Hello. Oh shoot. Hold on.
Comrades, today is January 5, 2026, and the current time is 8:18 p.m. We'd like to thank all of our comrades who participated in the annual Red Sky operation, which has now become a tradition at the Institute. Unfortunately, this year, the elusive alien commonly referred to as Santa Claus has managed to escape capture. The Institute will be reviewing operating procedures to ensure a folly does not occur in the future. That concludes today's announcements.
この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。
Why is the game not on the screen? That's oh, there we go. Hey, comrades, how goes it on this fine Monday? Oh my gosh, we're in 2026 and I still look exactly the same because apparently I am a immortal being who will always look adorable and cute on the internet, as I am a VTuber, which means my youth is eternal. Unlike many other people, my youth will last for many generations, and all will see how glorious I look forevermore. Let me turn on the game volume. One second, I need to adjust something on the microphone. Okay, I think that should be good. All right, let me just say that real quick just so I don't forget. Okay. Hey, comrades, how goes it? Welcome to 2026. Are you excited for a brand new year? A brand new year means brand new opportunities and brand new things that will happen. How are you doing? Hello, Infodave, who appears to have forgotten who I am and somehow ended up on the stream anyways, and Sun and Zoingo and Kefir and Ray and Immortal and I think I said Sun already. I think that's everyone, right? Who said something so far? How are all of you? I am back from what was essentially a 2-week vacation because I literally disappeared for like, I think according to my records, my last stream was like a Tuesday. Today's a Monday, and it was like I was gone for a while. So I'm back. Kind of interesting. I haven't streamed in so long that I've kind of forgotten how to do things, but hopefully everything sounds all right. If anything sounds weird, please let me know because I may have made some changes that I'm not going to disclose yet unless someone can find out what it is. Anyways. Oh, right, I gotta turn that thingy on. There you go. There's your toolkit thing. The bot chan is now ready to listen to your commands. The audio sounds fine. Okay, so I didn't really change too much, but I'll explain maybe in the future what was going on. But let's just say I have to almost deep throat this microphone. Anyways, before I begin, I just want to show you this really cool squirrel that I caught eating our french fries. Hold on. I have a photo of this. 1 second. So I didn't mention this, but apparently while I was out and about, our refrigerator / freezer broke. And because of that, we no longer have, we had to kind of put all of our food outside, right? Because it's freezing and we need somewhere to store it so that it will not spoil. Anyways, apparently some squirrels got very smart and they managed to get into our supply of frozen french fries, which was something. So I would like to, where did I save this file? Where did I save this? Downloads folder. Oh, okay, I gotta go downloads. Okay, I would like you to see this squirrel that I don't know why, but when I found it, I caught it almost praying to this french fry that it was about to consume, and I just thought it was the funniest thing ever. I actually took a video of it eating the french fry as well, and I was like, okay, this thing is adorable, but also, good god, why is it here? Let's see if I can get the video. Hello, Jogun Ryuji. How goes work on the mod? I've been seeing your post on Discord because I think you ping everyone. Anyways, this is the squirrel that I found. It was eating the fries. I have a video of it, but I'll show it later. It was really cute, and then it had a friend show up, and there were 2 squirrels eating our french fries, and I was not going to be eating those anymore because the squirrels had gotten into it and not really worth trying to salvage anymore. Anyways, I am back from Canada. You might have noticed that I was gone for a very long time because I was out on a magical trip to go see a certain someone who, if I didn't go see them, they were probably going to end my very existence. And so I have returned from that. Also, I think there's some people who don't have the right ideology, so I need to quickly fix that real quick because I thought I fixed this. I think we don't have a super normal ideology, so I'm just going to fix that real quick. Because I think the mod set that I was using did not allow me to change or evolve the ideology over time. Work on the borders? Okay. Yeah, I know that you put out like a test version, or like early alpha is now available. I was like trying to look through like who was in it. A good way to deter squirrels from eating bird food is to lace with chili oil because birds aren't affected by it and squirrels are. The thing is, this wasn't bird food. This is a pack of frozen french fries. I'm not gonna put chili oil on the frozen french fries because what if I want to eat it? What if I want to eat the fries? I don't like chili oil on my french fries. So that's the issue. You see the problem here? Like I don't want the the chili oil. I am weak. I don't like super spicy foods. There's a certain level of tolerable spice that I'm willing to consume, and that level of spice is, well, let's just say it's not that much, quite frankly. It is actually a very, very low amount of spice that I'm willing to accept. I'm trying to remember like where we're at right now. Okay, so sun is here. Everyone is sad. There's no lighting because of it's just perpetually dark for some unholy reason, and so I need to find a way to at least light up some of the torches so that we're not just, you know, in the bare bones darkness. Now we are trying to slowly, like, we built a temple, I think. We built a small temple room, which means we will need to do some things like leadership speeches and all that jazz, and we'll need to try to get everyone happy. But right now, there's also a psychic drone that's slowly driving everyone a little crazy. There's also a prison camp nearby. Although I don't really care about Persona format refactor thingies. So we'll try to deal with that. So we'll have to deal with the mechanoid thing at some point, which is somewhere nearby, I think, kind of. I don't know where the mechanoid is. Oh no, I think it's a psychic drone. Never mind, we can't interact with it. I am excited for interesting borders. Hello, Ranu. How are you? Did you have a fun new year? Is 2026 the return of your streams, or nah? Hello, Marksman. I see you there too. By the way, this colony I expect to end at some point, probably this month, and then since it'll be very close to February, I think we'll just move straight into Nekograd. I want to say we're at Nekograd 5. I've kind of lost track of what number we're on. I think we're on Nekograd 5, so we'll be getting ready for Nekograd in space. I almost want to make a really bad trailer for it with like the Star Wars scrolling text intro. I feel like I could totally do it. And it's not that hard to like set up. I'm gonna try it. I just need to come up with like enough filler text, and I refuse to use Gen AI for any of that stuff. Or what do we call it now? Slop AI, because everything is slop now. Isn't that like what what's his name doesn't want us to call it? What's the name of the CEO of Microsoft? He's like, we all need to stop calling it slop. It's really mean. And it's like, no, I'm gonna call it slop. Like, let's be real. There's no soul in the AI generated content. AI has purposes, it has uses, but replacing creative fields is not one of them. After beta test, you'll release the beta. Okay, I'll be looking out for when you announce the beta release of that. You have no plans to just exist. I mean, hey, there's nothing wrong with that either. Nekopara stream. I will never stream Nekopara. Primarily because I think Ray would kill me if I streamed a Nekopara. I don't even know if Twitch allows it, because I know there's a certain list of games that Twitch is very does not want you to stream at all. Like, for example, I believe Twitch is like an anti yandere simulator thing, and it's very, very silly. You need to make time up before someone watch AI slop videos on YouTube. Oh, I assume you're talking about the CEO of Microsoft and not me, right? Please don't make me watch AI slop. I hate the AI slop videos so much. Like, I think I saw one the other day because it was like some critical analysis of it, and it was basically like some video of like a monkey like pushing rocks and like almost crushing a bus, and then everyone started praying to the monkey when the rock stopped them from being crushed by a massive landslide or something stupid like that. I was like, what is going on here? All right, have a good one, Ryuji. Good luck with the work. Play Snoot game, Volcano High. I have not. Okay, the thing is, I've not played Volcano High. I'm aware of what Volcano High is. I know of the premise. Oh wait, never mind. I'm thinking of something else that's not Volcano. I'm thinking of a completely different game, not this Volcano High. Never mind. Let's see. Anyways, how are you, Alana? I need to play I have to play Catboy's Paradise? Wait, let me see. Catboy's Paradise. Is this the one that is this the one Merryweather was like part of? Oh no, never mind. This is literally just an independent game made by. Gotcha. Okay, I was like double checking this. I don't remember. Is this DLC or is this like an independent game? Interesting. Got it. All right. For some reason, I thought this was yeah, okay. For some reason, listen, Merryweather is a Catboy VTuber. For some reason, I thought that he was in this for some unholy reason. Wow, this game has a 9 out of 10 on Steam. And it's completely free? Hello? Wow, that is pretty crazy. Wait, is this fully voiced? Oh my god, it is fully voiced. Oh my goodness. That's so funny. You know, okay, it makes sense that this type of content exists because it is interesting when you see like this type of media but from the other genders. Like sometimes, like if you see something like a piece of media but in the other gender's perspective, you can kind of see like why it's so popular. Like a prime example of this, I don't know if anyone remembers Twilight, like the series, like the vampire series, like that was super popular back in like the, I think 2010s is like when it was in its peak. And a couple of years after the final book came out, what was her name? Stephanie Meyer, the author, literally wrote in like a gender bent version of the first Twilight novel, where it's, instead of a bunch of hot vampire werewolf dudes lusting over this teenage girl, it was the inverse, and it was a bunch of hot vampire and werewolf girls lusting over this one bland, boring dude. And I'm like, oh, that's really funny that this even exists. But apparently a lot of people suddenly started to understand why it's so popular. So I just think it's so funny. I remember playing voice in Power with some buddies years back, never again. I mean, I could probably do the same thing and probably be even more cursed than you could possibly imagine, but I'm not going to do that. Look up at how Love and Deep Space never left top 10 revenue. I'm aware of that game because I know people who play it. But anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, so I just think it's really funny, like those games, like there's a reason why that type of media is popular. It's actually really funny too, because I'll be like, I don't really read, I used to read a lot of like harem content. Now I don't really read as much, unless it's like some really garbage isekai that I'm just like interested in because I've already been reading it for so long. There's a couple of those, but then I started reading some other series and I'm like, oh, this is a kind of a cute drama, you know, going back to the past and letting you relive your life again. And then the more I read it, and I'm like, this is slowly turning into like a reverse harem. And then I looked at the tags one day on manga decks and it said it got updated with reverse harem, and I'm like, oh, not what I was expecting to read. The art was cute, so that's the only reason I kept reading it, but I'm like, not exactly my genre. So I made 100 girlfriends. I'm not gonna touch that. I'm not even gonna get anywhere near that type of content. Listen, people are horny. People will, you know, will do whatever it takes to make some interesting content, right? That's the society we live in. People will find any excuse to generate some of the most heinous materials known to man, or just generic type of material to get their rockers off. That's just where we live. Also, all of our pawns have like really dirty gear, and I've been meaning to fix that at some point, but I have just not had an opportunity to do so. We probably should start making pawns. Maybe we start destroying a lot of the garbage here, but I cannot get them to destroy any of this. See the tags. Yeah, you gotta be careful with the tags. If someone wants spicy content, they'll find a way to get. Listen, what is it? Rule 34. There's always something. What do I need for Necrograd? Oh, I think for Necrograd in space, I think primarily we're gonna need the, what's it called? I think just like a helmet. Like it's the spacesuit. I think is probably all we really need. Maybe I'm trying to think if I need like so. I think for the most part we can probably just get away with like a normal helmet, well like with like the cat ear cutouts, and then I might be able to just make use of pre-existing items in the game rather than having to make custom, so I don't have to make, so you don't have to make like custom assets. I think just the helmet would probably be okay, because I think there's a lot of other mods can probably fill in all the other bits and pieces that are needed. Like I know like the eccentric outfits, like the undersuits. The vaccines are low tech but also hinder movement. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think what's gonna happen is we're gonna use we use angel apparel for like the undersuits and the main body. I think it's really just we need the helmet. We just need the helmet. I'm trying to think of like the main. I think all the other armor stuff we can probably just use the default ones unless I come up with something. Also, hello Exonia, how are you? Good evening. You don't see snow around here? What do you mean? There's a lot of snow here. City near us made an AI generated post for Christmas. AI couldn't comprehend that snow doesn't exist. Oh, that's right, because you're in the Philippines. What's snow? You don't know what snow is. Snow doesn't exist in the Philippines. Snow is reserved for the cold countries, not the Philippines. Also, for some reason we have a sea lion now, which I'm about to absolutely execute because I have no idea why we need these things. I don't think what else we need to do for this colony. We have some wind pumps, which I just realized don't actually operate because I've completely forgot to set up a water tower. So now I gotta build one of these bad boys somewhere. And I am hiccuping, which is really weird. I do not know what is over here at all. I actually do not know where I built the roads. So for now, I'm just going to put a water tower here next to this one, and I'm going to pray that that's enough. And then we'll just try to hook everything up together. We'll see how this pans out. I hope this is the hidden one. Did I pick the hidden one? Shoot, I didn't. This is always my mistake when I forget to click the hidden pipes. I don't want to have to see my plumbing pipes as I'm building this facility. Let's get them building. Okay. Anyways, I do not know what I am streaming for the rest of the week, so it is just up in the air. It could be anything. Who knows? We did Long Dark last time. Maybe we'll do one more run of Long Dark and see if I'm mildly competent, but let's be real, the correct answer is I'm really incompetent at that game. I also actually did not buy that many games from the Steam sale. I bought games that I'm going to play on my personal time, which was like Town to City, Ball Pit, and like Final Fantasy. I didn't know you were out of town. Trust me, it was an experience. We were doing one of the survival challenges. I think it was the one where it's just like get the flare gun and then shoot it in the air. Like you have to go to point A, grab the flare gun, then go to point B, pop the flare gun, and then I got mauled by a wolf, and it was very tragic. I completed the QuickTime event once, and then I got murdered on the second QuickTime event. It was funny. This psychic drone is gonna drive our pawns crazy because I cannot handle their mood penalties. Oh my gosh, Ray is just missing. So look at this. She has no eye. She's missing 3 toes and 4 fingers. Oh my goodness, how is Ray surviving? We need to get Ray some bionics, but we don't have access to any of that. Well, it was at the suggestion of Immortal, who said that it was pretty good for a short stream experience, which it pretty much was. It was pretty good for a short time. You're on strike now. I'm trying to find a way to get you some fresh new threads if we can, because oh my goodness, you poor soul, you really need something to survive. Oh yeah, no, it was really funny because I went in basically not knowing the controls and not knowing how to play the game and just trying to figure it out on my own. I actually did pretty good. I also got really lucky. I found like a fire starter and some really good boots. And if you watch the VOD, you'll see what people were talking about, how great I was at the game until I died. I really did just get everything that people could ask for. It was really funny. Gosh, we need to start electrifying this entire facility. I think that's going to be the next major goal, is we just have to electrify this because right now this entire place is a disaster to live in, and we actually do not have that much steel. I think I actually ran out of steel. What is in this? Is it steel? Oh, it is steel. Oh, we just straight up don't have steel. That's really funny. Huh. Yeah. I actually didn't find a single moose. All I found was a wolf. And yeah, that thing was very scary. And I was like trying to figure out how to attack, and I was like, I don't know how to do this game. Oh right, I forgot we had this guy. Okay, so 2 choices. We can try to recruit this poor fellow, or we could take their eye and give it to Ray, and then Ray can have fresh new eyes. Or we could let him live and we can have a fresh body to join the colony, which is probably a slightly better option. Yeah, Ray wanted me to get murdered. It was really funny. Oh no, trust me, I figured it out though. The correct solution for attacking is to just run. I was like, okay, my best option to avoid it's just like what they taught us in like certain martial arts schools is that sometimes the correct move is to not fight at all, and it's just to run away like a coward. It's not really being a coward, it's more you're running to survive. Also, poor Skypion is just dying of muscle parasites and will never have peace in this realm. This entire colony is a disaster. There's just not enough food. Well, we have food. What we don't have is enough people to tend to like all the construction, considering all of our best builders died, and Zeopolster's like our last main builder, and he's also kind of a researcher and medical professional, so he's a very, very, very busy lad. So we've got to get this new person, Seizinger. That'll be a little better for us. Oh, are you? That's so funny. I did not know that. Yeah, no, I could not find a single gun. I was like, well, I'll find a rifle. I'll find a rifle eventually. And then I didn't. And I was like, oh, okay. That sucks. Well, I guess all of our crops are dying too, which is, I guess, about expected. We'll just try to get these batteries built. Oh, I don't have components. Okay, so I gotta dig these out. So if I can get the components, we can build the batteries, and then I can build like some kind of generator, maybe a steam generator or wind turbine somewhere, and we can at least use heat to at least keep some of this operating, because good lord, these people are gonna freeze to death. There are no guns either. Oh, really? You have to only rely on like bow and arrow? That's rough. That's a little unfortunate. Well, we didn't do either of those. Maybe in the future. Oh, we're getting attacked again. The Ingathoras? Okay, so there are 4 in the north and what is this? 4 in the east. Are they attacking immediately? They are. Oh, okay, so I gotta... Alright, if you got a weapon, you gotta fight. We did get Garm a brand new set of weapons. Ziryu-Zen has like nothing useful for fighting, which is a little bit unfortunate, and I gotta find a way to get him something, but I'll have to live for now. And then this room will need to get some nice flooring. Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, maybe in the future I wouldn't mind streaming again. I thought it was pretty interesting. I haven't, like I said, I haven't decided what I'm streaming for the rest of the week. I'm trying to figure that out. Because I also left, I'm gonna be real quick, because I think someone's gonna be curious. I left my martial arts school because there was some interesting things that were going on that I had learned, and I was like, this is not good. And so I left because good God, it was, I'm trying to find a way to describe it without like maybe doing any doxing, but oh my gosh, was this door open? Oh shoot, I forgot to seal that door. Oh, okay. Let's get some of these guys over there real quick. Let's just say there was a lot of shady dealings going on, and it may or may not have involved grooming of underage individuals. And that's all I'm going to say about that matter. And then I was like, I need to make an exit strategy to get out of here. Yes, I do have my bow. I remember you should have seen the photo of it a while ago. Let's get these two over here. Yeah, I also use Ray as an excuse. It's like a survival. Oh, okay. Gotcha. But yeah, so I had to terminate my membership. Also, Ray is on the ground again because she is just never having fun. Let's get Ray rescued, and then let's get these guys. Arani's fighting now. I need to actually not have Arani fight, because Arani's actually our doctor. Okay, so these guys are stuck in a fight. Let's get over here. Yeah, let's get Arani away from this so I don't have Arani explode on me. Uh-oh. Maybe I shouldn't have sent the doctor in to fight. Okay, get Ziryu-Zen out here. We're losing people left and right. This run is a disaster. So yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't want to get into like the super full story, but the gist of it is that I learned that certain people were not who they said they were, and they were, I guess, in a way falsifying their heritage. And though the education was legitimate, it's kind of weird to lie about who you are and where you come from. Does that make sense? And so I had to leave because also a lot of other people that I knew were leaving, and I was like, I'm not gonna be here if this entire place is just a walking disaster. Like, that's just the gist of it. Like, I'm not gonna. Oh shoot, I need a doctor real bad. Okay, you're gonna die. You have some medical training, so you need to be a doctor like right now. I think Garm's a doctor too. Okay, so if we can get Garm over there. People's also a doctor. Okay, so these are two of the main doctors. If they can get over there fast enough to not die, that'd be great. Okay, so I need you to quickly rescue. I think Zeopolster's the priority. Oh, geez, they're both dying. Okay, and then okay, so raise. Okay, so then I need you to quickly rescue you. I don't know if we can triage everyone fast enough. Let's see if we can. I think Skypion might be. Okay, so you need to quickly treat here. Son, time to be a doctor. And then I'm going to have you tend to whoever's got the most amount of hours to not die. Let's have you tend to Arani. Should be enough. Okay, and then as long as Skypion lives, we should be fine. Okay, Zepo's got a little bit more time, so we're going to pivot now to tend over there. And then that should keep everyone alive. Okay, we have somehow kept everyone alive. We'll also have you refuel this real fast. Anyways, do you want the full story? I won't give you the full story, but I'll give you like a very rough synopsis, okay? Also, let me just read what Alana was saying. Intolerables aren't just not just around the least. Okay, but one has time. Definitely just like the add not difficult, but yeah. Oh, okay. I did not actually real. So the difficulty was added because people were just really good at the game and found ways to survive in the most absurd conditions. That just show you gamers' ingenuity, right? Okay. Let me explain real Cliff Notes version. Essentially, I found out that our a very important member had married a student when the student was 18 and the person in question was 38. The person in question has known this student since she was, I think, 12. You see where I'm getting at here? Also, they all claim to be half Japanese. It turns out they were not. They were fully... They were fully not, I will tell you that much. And because of that, I was just like... And a lot of my friends who were there quit because they were learning about some very rough financial things going on, and not only that, but also the shady things that were going on, including this thing that I mentioned about the marriage. And I'm like, I think that's I need to make my exit as well. So that's why Tuesdays were back to the full schedule until I can find something else to fill my time on a Tuesday. So the more you know, I guess. I think it's just like one of those things where you gotta be really careful of like the schools or activities you partake in. And I like, don't get me wrong, it was a really good and fun education. But when I found that out, I'm like, okay, this is silly. Have I considered Rogue Trader? Like streaming Rogue Trader? I actually have a copy of it. I have not played it. So I don't play a lot of long form RPGs. I think the last one that I tried finishing was Kingmaker, and I got like 3/4 of the way, but good god, that game takes forever. Oh my gosh, yeah, I know. My love for drama means now I'm in the middle of this drama. It's rough. It's rough. That's just how it is, though. The Owlcat game is pretty good. I am talking about the Owlcat game. Like I said, I have the Owlcat game. I have not played it. I do like Owlcat as a studio significantly, but I do not have time to play their games most of the time because they're very long. That said, I saw that they were working on a game that actually intrigued me, I think. Not not what's it called? Not the Expanse game. They're making something else called Shadows of the Road, which I think they're just the publisher, not the developer. And it's another, like, you know, turn-based RPG type thing, but it takes place in like some weird steampunk Japan where it's like you can be a samurai but with like all your samurai abilities, but also here's like a mecha. And it's like, all right, I'm all for this, sign me up. I need to sit down and watch that that one TV show Shogun or whatever it's called that was like on Disney Plus. I've been meaning to see that at some point. Yes, the Expanse Osiris Reborn. They're basically making it's basically another RP. It's an RPG set in the Expanse universe, but I'm not into the Expanse, so. I did not know you beat Terra Invicta, but I'm glad you managed to beat the game. How was it? How long did it take you? I got a key from Hooded Horse for Terra Invicta, and I was really considering, do I want to suffer playing this on stream? Like, it's calling me like some kind of Green Goblin mask. It's like, you know, you want to play the game made by the Longwall people, don't you? But then I look at videos and I'm like, this is not terribly exciting to watch. So I'm probably not going to be playing it. I'm probably not going to be playing it. I have a lot of other games to play that I think would be a lot more entertaining for me to play and also for other people to stream. Like, for example, I could play Wild Frost, which Ray has mentioned. Obviously, there's Frostpunk 2 with the DLC that Immortal gifted me some time ago. There's a bunch of other stuff there that I've been like, also, there's a person here. We got to keep him alive. Let's send in Garm, because Garm can, I think, walk over there. Oh, rescue. Sorry, I want to rescue this person. We should also seal this door up at some point. I need to have someone walk over there. I'm gonna have Ziri's then walk down there real fast. Okay, let's just do that. Perfect. Okay. Let me read the messages real fast. Longwar people who hate fun. It's like, I like Long War, but I don't have time to play a long game of XCOM. I think the only way I could be brought to playing XCOM like today would be probably on a Steam Deck. I think it's like the only way that I could be playing it, and I would have to be like on a train, because there is no way I'm gonna sit at my desk and play XCOM for like that long again. I think if I was a college student or a high schooler, absolutely I would play the hell out of XCOM. But now I have so many other games that I want to play, I just really don't want to. And I think a lot of the streamers that I used to watch for XCOM basically just don't stream XCOM anymore. Like, they're just done, and it's so funny. There was one streamer I used to watch for a lot of XCOM content. I think his name is AKA, like, his name is Illogical, and he has like his own like mod jam list and everything. It was pretty cool. I liked it. But then I was like, but then he just stopped streaming, I think. And I think he just like gave up playing XCOM at some point. I was like, oh, that sucks. I'm just not gonna touch it. I'm just not gonna touch it. Failing, I just have no intention of playing Terra Invicta. Johnny Lump, who watched streams to find out what to nerf next when someone played in the waited in 10 after kill the sire. Oh yeah, I would hate that too, honestly. Like, if people were just killing strategies. Also, dude, to be honest, you got like 2/3, 3/4 of the way through, and you had to grind through it against personal wishes. And you know, at least you managed to punch through and finish the game. A lot of people can't even be bothered to finish a game. I can't be bothered to finish a game 90% of the time nowadays. I'm still in the middle of the Final Fantasy XIV Dawn Trail MSQ. I'm like, I finally reached the part. Why is there a... Oh, where did this guy break out? Oh, hello. Is he hungry? Oh, he was hungry. Oh, shoot. Okay, we gotta, I don't know, capture him or something. Who's my warden? My warden is currently, Kill. Okay, Steve's the other warden, who's also Kill. Alright, can we just, I don't know. I'll just punch him down. He'll calm down in a bit. like I said, I like XCOM 2 regardless of how long the game is, but it's just very, very long, and I just don't plan on, I think, realistically playing it again. I like the mods, and I really enjoyed playing it with RPGO, where it was like, all right, we have a Jedi. but this Jedi also has access to like flamethrowers and rocket launchers. Like that thing was just like that concept was just so fun to me, and I loved it, even though the game was hilariously unbalanced. And the final mission, I basically cranked up the pod sizes by like 3x, and when we went into that fight, the game was so unplayable that it was just, oh Jesus, does he have a weapon? Yeah, the game was just like straight up unplayable. Does anyone remember that? The game just could not function and kept crashing. Oh my goodness. Hello, Velocity God. How are you? That was so fun, if so silly. Let's see. How do I... Oh, shoot. Oh, I don't have the bed. He broke the door, so now I can't put him in there. He's supposed to rebuild the door real fast. All right, get over here, buddy. You're taking my card away until I finish Dawn Trail. I will finish Dawn Trail eventually. Like, I was working on it yesterday, and I actually got some way through. Then I wanted to do some other stuff, and then I kind of forgot to play more of it. Let's get this guy in here. Like I said, I think Long War being long is just kind of dependent on like what form of Long War you're playing. I think that's one thing you have to really keep in mind. So, for example, like, you can speedrun Long War, but it's not meant to. Honestly, I think you're better off playing something like Covert Operations, I think is the name of the mod, which is like a minute, like, it keeps the needing to stealth in missions as like Long War, but the meta game isn't as long, right? If you finish the second mansion before you finish Dawn Trail, you're procrastinating for over a year to some of your basement's finished. Now, I've been procrastinating on my own house in 14. Ask Ray. She's like, when are you... Ray's like, I can't believe I finished my house before you did. And I'm like, because I'm lazy. Let's see. League Stream 1. I will never stream League of Legends. I just do not... Oh my gosh, it's gonna get really cold. It's already winter and now you're making it colder. Also, hello there. I don't know how to pronounce your name because your name is just showing up as NATJ8PP. Yeah, dinosaurs. I have a dinosaur mod because we started as cavemen. So I had a mod that adds dinosaurs. The dinosaurs never went away, so they've just been here forever. That's right. We are dinosaur core and dinosaur pilled, and the dinos are just really cool. Let's go chat these guys up. Oh, okay, we'll trade with them. So yeah, that's why I'm never playing. That's why I'm never playing XCOM 2 on stream ever again. And definitely not League. Primarily because I think Ray would kill me for streaming League of Legends, and I would never. I need a gun stained to my head. No, you don't understand. I have been playing League with my friends like almost every other night. Oh no. It's too late. I am knee deep in this stupid game. It's too late for me. What can I sell here so I can just get some... okay, so I can get rid of most of the garbage here. We do need to keep the parkas at least. They have a lot of spare winter clothes, that's good. We're out of cloth. They don't have anything I want to buy. Alright, they can have this, that's fine. Max Karma. So Max Karma is a mechanic, basically. If you buy good events, you get positive karma. You buy bad events, you get negative karma. Yeah, I think you can go to negative 100%. You go up to positive 200%. Basically, it's a multiplier on how much coins you earn. Basically, for the stream as you watch, you earn coins. And then that's how you buy events or buy items and stuff like that. Right now, I have items purchasing turned off. I've had it turned off for like almost half a year now. But you can usually customize your pawn, for example, by... If you have a pawn, you can give them traits and stuff like that. But yeah, the rate is fairly slow. I think it's like what, 15 per minute, something like that. But if you get like 30, and if you're a sub, you get more. If you're VIP, you get more. If you're a mod, you get more. Things like that. You say this when you've been playing Conquest of Elysium 5 and playing Warhammer Remastered Souls. I've not played the original Dawn of War games. I know they're really popular and a lot of people have fun with them. I've been meaning at some point to maybe play them, but I'm kind of knee deep in Crusader Kings 3 as my strategy game of choice right now. I have been playing a lot of Crusader Kings. Dawn of War 3 I will not touch because I remember playing the beta of that when it came out because it was being made by Relic, and I love Relic, although they have made some very funny decisions as of late. And also, you have just tamed us a Therizinosaurus, which is this weird bird looking thing that I now have to feed. Have I played Mountain Blade 2? Yes, I have streamed it recently at some point. You can check the recent live streams. You'll find it there. On YouTube, anyways. I'm not very good at the game, but it's fun. Listen, you gotta just have fun VAs. I miss the hamminess of old sci-fi voice acting. I don't know what about it. It's like nowadays I think a lot of the VAs, like voice acting, is just very it's serious, which is good, but they don't have that like hamminess that really makes it stand out. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes any sense. I don't know. I guess I'm not really one to really critique. I will say for 40K, I know they're doing a Total Warhammer 40K, and I'm very interested in that as someone who's basically played the Total War franchise since Medieval 1, which is a very, very long time. Okay, I've been playing, like, Medieval 1 came out when? Total War Medieval 1. Came out in 2002. I think I was pirating games since like 2003, which I think is when I bought Medieval Total. Well, I didn't buy it. I pirated Medieval 1 Total War. I bought Medieval 2 Total War, and I pirated Rome Total War. So those are like the first games that I remember playing. Yes, I was one of those stupid nerdy kids who were playing these games when I was really young. They were really good games, I'm telling you what. I don't know if Cleo will play it, Total War. I'm pretty sure Cleo will play it. I did do modded Shogun 2. Okay, so here's my thing. I am really sad that Shogun 2 and basically every Total War game prior to Shogun 2 does not actually allow you to rename characters. It's actually really interesting. So I think because of the way the game is coded, for example, if I recruit a general, I cannot rename them to say a viewer, which is what I like to do. I like to rename things after viewers because you get all more invested in it. But you can't do that in the older titles. I think Shogun 2 is actually perfectly fine right now. It's actually a lot of fun, but obviously I haven't touched it in a long time. I still have it installed though. Dawn of War once identifies actual Ascended canon. They turned the Blood Ravens in the game into actual official chapter. Now they may test the kinds of Ascended canon 2 from Space Marines 2. Oh, I did not know that actually. I don't know 40K lore that much. Like I said, most of my lore knowledge is basically what kind of weird nonsense is the Emperor up to. And I learned a little bit about like the different chapters, like, oh, like there's this band of Space Marines, except they're basically vampires and they're the good guys or something like that. And I was like, that's cool, I think. Oh my god, I just realized, I don't know, like I said, if I ever got into Warhammer 40K, I would be playing the Astra Militarum. I want to be normal dudes, boots on the ground, fighting against the orcs and aliens. Yeah, you could be Space Marines, you could be like the super elite killer squad of like murder hungry war machines, but I'm like, no. Give me a rocket launcher and 1,000 good men, and I will hold this front till the day they die. I don't know who, let me double check Titus. Titus. Warhammer. Demetrian Titus, the Warden of Ultramar. I've actually been meaning to play... Oh, okay, this game. Okay, you know what's really funny? I remember when the first Space Marine game came out, because it was on PS3, and I didn't own the game, but I played the demo, and I was like, this game is so cool, I wish I could get it, but I never ended up buying it, because I was like a teenager, and I think that game was rated M or something. But I saw Warhammer 40K Space Marine 2, and I've been meaning to get it because it looked really fun, but I limited my budget for the Steam sale to like $100, and I opted to not pick it up yet. I basically opted to just get... what did I buy? I opted to buy... What did I buy? I bought Ball Pit, Final Fantasy VII, Rebirth, and some game called Town to City. Like, those are the only things I bought, and I also need to buy French Fantasy 33 at some point. I know that one's really popular. COD title not particularly popular. You know, sync into Horde mode MP game, not when you play Warframe. I don't mind Horde. I actually really enjoy Horde-based games, but I tend to fall asleep. It's really weird. I played a decent amount of, what was that Warhammer game that came out that was like really grim dark? where you're like playing as like a psyker or like the big giant Dark Tide. Yeah, thank you. And I enjoyed playing it, but I definitely started falling asleep like after a certain point, and I couldn't play it anymore. I ran into the same issue all the time when I was playing what's the bloody game called? Vermintide 2. Ran into the same issue. And I run the same issue when I'm playing something like Deep Rock Galactic. I don't know what it is about those games that just, they're fun, but I start getting sleepy. I meant to buy Ace Combat 7, but I completely forgot, and I feel really bad because I wanted to stream Ace Combat 7. Although I think Ray would kill me because I think that game would actually make her sick. So maybe it was probably a good idea then. And also, there is, we are freezing to death in here. Let's see, it is negative 30 degrees centigrade. And our gear is rated for negative 16. That's not good. It's because armor actually doesn't keep you warm, and an undershirt is not going to keep you warm, and with the armor you actually cannot wear a parka, which is really dumb. I think we need like a mantle or something, and I think that would keep us warm. I think the mantle, right? Yeah, the mantle would add at least another 4 degrees of let's see, what are my other options here? Padded helmet would allow us to soak a little bit more damage. I don't think this actually adds a... It actually does add a decent amount of insulation, so maybe we just add the mantle for now. Just make a few mantles and we might be okay to survive a little bit longer, but we're also running out of cloths and leathers. We gotta go kill more dinosaurs. Did I ever play Rogue Trader? No, I mentioned this earlier, but I've not played Rogue Trader myself. Vermintide is basically a blast when you're playing with friends, and that's kind of the reason I played it at the time. Armor Core 6 are into sale. Oh, yeah, I did see that. And it looks pretty interesting, too. Listen, I like a good quality single-player campaign. Call of Duty is not a game with a quality single-player campaign. It was pretty good in the Modern Warfare reboot. The Modern Warfare 2 reboot was okay-ish. And then in Modern Warfare 3, they just gave up any semblance of like a plot, and they're just like, what if we just make the multiplayer like Warzone map and just use that as the campaign map? And it was very dumb and stupid, and I hated it. I didn't play it myself. Hi Espio, how was your raid? Did you succeed in winning with your fellow parents? Hello there, Blueberry Cupcake. How are you doing? Welcome, comrades. How was your stream? You played Rogue Trader and stopped playing somewhere during Act 2. I don't know how many acts there are. Like I said, I've not played it. I seldom play, like I said, I don't play too many RPGs nowadays. I just don't have time. I'm trying to get through Final Fantasy at the very least because I like Final Fantasy and I like JRPGs, but I am starting to think that I might actually want to invest in a Steam Deck because I feel like a lot of these games I would play if I could bring them on the go with me. Because when I'm at home, I want to just be on my PC. If I'm out and about, I'd like to actually have something like that. But that's what phones are for too, so I don't know. Yeah, she didn't kill you. Ooh, okay, that's good. You're not gonna do what I did in that one clip where I provoked the boss and hit everyone in my party with the AoE tank buster, right? You murder the other cat girls. How many cat girls are in your party? Wait, oh, have you not seen that clip? All right, wait, hold on. I'm gonna pull that clip out again because that clip is so funny to me. Every time I look at it, I'm just like, I'm so good at... Every time I look at that clip, I'm just like, man, I'm so good at Final Fantasy 14. Let's roll the clip again if I can find it. Where did I put the dang thing? It's a lot of cat girls. Where's all the dragon girl representation? Or I'm sorry, are they lizards or demons? I don't even know anymore. I call them dragons, but half the time people are like, no, they're lizards, and some people are like, they're demons. It's like, who cares? They're cute and wayfish, and that's why I play it. Hold on, let me show you this clip. Let me show you just how good I am at video games. For Blueberry. You want to see how bad I am at this? I'll show you. Okay, that's not hooking in. Alright, hold on. Look at this beautiful clip here. Hold on. Oh my god, Rimworld is oh my gosh, one of the chickens died. Oh my god, Shamblers are approaching. What? They'll die at some point. Okay. Also, there's a war merchant. We gotta trade with them. Alright. Look at this beautiful clip. This is a certified hood classic.
Oh, that's I forgot
Glad I addled.
Can I stand near him?
Man, my microphone sounds terrible back then. Yep, you see right there, I pressed provoke.
I pressed. Oh, oh.
And then I got everyone murdered. Except our other tank, because the other tank was very much tanky. Yeah, fun fact, that clip was like 6 years ago. Yeah, there was a time when I was streaming Final Fantasy 14. From an eternity ago. Not anymore today. Also, this guy is hungry. We gotta feed him. Oh, he's gonna die of hypothermia. Alright, let's, maybe we should... Oh, we won't haul. Alright, let's have you refill this real quick. Maybe I'll keep him alive. Yeah, it's very funny when it happens. Also, this guy's not gonna survive. This guy has some pretty intense, This cold snap is negative 40 degrees. How do we survive this? For those of you who live in America, negative 40 centigrade is also negative 40 Fahrenheit. Oh, I don't know the mechanics of M1S at all. I have not yet beaten. I'm still in the middle of Dawn Trail. I'm still in the middle of Dawn Trail. Going to rescue endangered near practice. No, it's okay. I don't have time for raids anymore. I literally don't have. I used to, like, I think E1 through 4 was like the only time I ever raid, like, progged on content. But I just don't have any more time to do that. I have like other things to do. Campfires. We have some light, but I don't know if enough campfires will be enough to keep them warm. I gotta build more. But boy, it's tough. I'm trying to get electric heaters at some point too. Other people play tanks because they want to be strong shield of the party. I play tanks because I want to be a master. I love tanking hits. Okay. Listen, damage mechanics are a healer mechanic, so they just have to keep me alive. Plus, I love pressing funny buttons that make, you know, this attack is gonna deal 200,000 damage, and then I press a couple buttons. This attack dealt only 50,000 damage, and I'm like, haha, your damage means nothing. Oh, Vuln stacks are a healer mechanic. See, easy gameplay. I am the bane of every single healer. Healers hate me. Oh my god, the hypothermia is so bad. I cannot deal with this temperature shenanigans. Like, even I don't want to put more than one fire pit, but I might need to put more fire pit here. I don't really have a lot of good temperature management options. Even in this main room, it's like -10. What I'd like to do is get a log boiler and put radiators everywhere, but that might be a little much for us right now. I don't even think we have radiators researched yet, do we? No, we'll need to get that next. Maybe we just research that. But we're trying to get microelectronics. Yeah. Oh, Vuln Snacks. That's a good name. Vuln Snacks. I love that. I love that name. Vuln Snacks. When's the great parsing DPS streams? Never. Like I said, I've never... The thing is, I can't really stream 14, primarily because my frame rate craters significantly because I run the game at like 120 FPS and like a ton of graphic enchantments to make my game pretty. I'm not running 4K textures yet. I Chinese Blue and Andy Bolden completing Dawn Trail and Drag. No, I think I had some other people ask me if I wanted to sub for their static because they need a tank, but I'm like, I'm not really able to because I'm streaming 4 days a week. Oh yeah, click that link that Alana posted. That comic is a certified hood classic. That's unironic. That's me, literally. That's literally me. Love it. Oh, the guy died. I should have extracted his eyes. Oh my gosh, Orani's dying of extreme hypothermia. Oh my gosh, I don't know how to survive this temperature grade. And that's a tantrum. All right, I guess we're just gonna be suffering. And just a couple of tours to Warhammer 40k Dawn War 1 games too good. They both really like the first Dawn War campaign. Maybe I'll stream it at some point. Like I said, there's a lot of games that people want me to stream, and I just don't have time to stream all of them, so I have to be a little picky what I stream. Like, I think I know Moral usually recommends a lot of really cool games I would like to stream, but are usually games I want to stream on my own time. And then you have people who are suggesting things like My Summer Car and My Winter Car, and I'm like, I don't think I want to play My Summer Car. Like, I don't know that much about cars. Should I stream it? Or should I stream Project Zomboid? We haven't done Zomboid in some time. Minecraft is still a thing. Remember the Minecraft server that still exists that we should probably be playing at some point? I did see that that Final Fantasy map, and I thought that was really funny. Or Fire Emblem map, yeah. Thank you. We're gonna try to survive here, but I think the biggest issue is the temperature gradient. I think the cold snap should be ending hopefully soon. It's been a day already. A lot of our ponds are at least kitted out for winter shenanigans for the most part. Like Garm here is like super well kitted. That heavy fur armor. Maybe we don't do plate armor. I think that's just not good enough. We need like super warm stuff. I plan on getting back on Minecraft at some point. I meant to do it this weekend, but my friend has been playing a lot, and let's just say she showed me her reactor, and she may have created a minor nuclear meltdown in her base. And I was like, that's not good. As in, there was a Geiger counter, and I think it was clicking very loudly. I'm like, I didn't even realize you could do that. I know, I think over the weekend, like, I know because I haven't been playing. And usually when people want to play on these servers, they want the streamer to be playing too. But again, I've been a little busy and I've been a little distracted ever since I got back. You have to remember, I was gone in Canada for almost a week. Speaking of which, I didn't show any photos of that. Me and Ray went to see a ballet. I had never seen a ballet in person until I talked to my mom after I came back, and she said apparently I had actually seen the Nutcracker when I was a wee little baby. So we watched the Nutcracker, and I was like, wow, that must hurt their feet a lot. I don't know if anyone knows anything about ballet, but there's this thing that they do called on point. It's where like the dancer is on their toes, right? Like on the tips of their toes. It's very dainty, and my understanding is that it's supposed to be very like representative, like a medieval, like a fantasy, like a sylph, right? Like a fae, very fae-ish. And it's very beautiful when they do it, because it's like it's dainty, it's like they're gliding across the floor and they're landing on it. It's insane how they pull it off. Also, hello there, Sentai, how are you doing? I think the funniest thing is, and I didn't take a photo of this, but they're selling they were selling the ballet shoes, like used ballet shoes that the performers use. They even label it with like the container it came in with a picture of the ballet dancer, the performance that they were using it in, like the name of the performance and the date. And I was like, oh, they're just selling shoes. But hear me out. It was actually a legitimate reason for this. So it was essentially a fundraising opportunity, right? Because each pair of these shoes is only good for about 1 or 2 performances, and they're $150 a pair. So they were selling individual shoes for $150. So you sell 1 pair of shoes, you have enough money to buy 2 more pairs of shoes, which it makes sense because it allows them to keep getting new shoes for every performance, and it's a fundraising opportunity. And if you're, say, like, you know, if you have a little girl if you have like a kid who really is into ballet, you can give them like as a gift, as a memory of the performance that you had just seen. Like, it makes sense, but also in my internet mind-rotted brain, I looked at it and I'm like, someone is gonna buy this and sniff the hell out of it. I'm pretty sure they're all still cleaned before they're given, right? On point is basically like Ballet 101. It probably is, but no, I think on point you have to be like, I think it's one of those things that you don't do right away. Like, you have to undergo a lot of training before your instructor will even allow you to go on point, because of the inherent risk that it provides to a dancer's foot. So that makes sense, I think. I cannot get anything built because it is too cold to build anything. Yeah, we can't even build anything. Everyone's too injured. So, yeah, I thought it was very interesting when I saw that. I was like, huh. Interesting things that you can learn from the ballet. Let me see if I can find any photos of the trip. Because the other thing is that, honestly, we just ate a lot of food, and I went to go see a museum. They have this thing called the Royal Ontario Museum, and they just straight up had a lot of Roman and Chinese statues and stuff, and I was like, huh, that's really cool. I also have to find the photos that don't include Ray, because I don't think I want I don't think Ray's gonna appreciate half of these photos. Oh, there is this really cool gaming cafe, or like nerd cafe in Toronto called the what do they call it? What is that bloody place called? Stormcrow Manor. And all their food is basically like named after video, like pop culture references. It's really silly. Like, I mean, your food is literally called like the calamari of Cthulhu, the Rebel X-Wings for chicken wings, Harsh Harkonnen chicken sandwich, stuff like that. And like a lot of silly names like the Leroy Jenkins chicken dinner, a Super Saiyan Caesar salad, yeah, silly names like that. Anyways, they had this interesting thing that we decided to try out called the this thing. It was called the Infinity Shots. Oh shoot, it's not actually how do I make it fit on the vertical one? I don't think anyone's watching on the vertical one, but I do need to fit this here somewhere. Okay, there we go. This thing was like 45 Canadian dollars for 6 shots. Okay. I need to emphasize something real quick. All 6 of these shots were the exact same beverage. They were not different. The color comes from the thing that it's served on, which is like that little plastic, you know, prop with like the different color lighting to represent each of the infinity stones. And they actually have a special cup where the bottom section has a small piece of dry ice. And as it melts, it causes the drink to carbonate a little bit as it flows up through. So you can drink it, but you won't end up drinking the dry ice. You know, you're only just drinking the beverage and the gas from the dry ice. Yeah, so this entire thing, it was cool to see, and we actually, this is our second time visiting this place, and we decided let's try it out again, and we had these shots. And yeah, so 45 Canadian dollars gets you 6 shots that are all literally the same. It was okay, so according to this, it's Smirnoff triple sec lemon juice simple syrup. It's so basic. There's like 1 ounce of liquor in each shot, so, but it was still okay. Like, it was fun to just kind of have it because all the other tables were like looking at us like, whoa, that's so cool. But I'm like, wow, I wish they had done different, you know, shots for this, because they actually do a lot of interesting shots. Like if you're ever in the area, or if I ever opened up my own, you know, gamer bar type thing, I would absolutely love doing something like this. They have this thing called like D20 shots. You roll a D20 with your server watching, and depending on what you get, you can get some pretty interesting shots. It's like $7 a shot. You can get things like I'm gonna look real quick. For example, one called Anduin's Hope, and it's basically creme de cacao and blue caraco. And you can have something, I had something last time called the Xenomorph Brain Fluid, and it was like creme de cacao, blue cacao, grenadine, and Bailey's. You have things like the Critical Miss, which is, I don't know, Tabasco, Espolon, Reposado, and something called Tiamat's Bile, which is a little ominous. Anyways, it's just booze. A lot of alcohol, if you're into that type of thing. And food. It is a little pricey, though, so I don't know. I don't drink that much, quite frankly. Even like when I go visit Ray, I don't drink that much because I'm the driver. So I'm very into not dying in a car accident and not becoming another statistic, right? So I make it a very, very important point that I do not ever drive, or I don't ever drink if I have to drive within like 3 hours. So I don't actually drink very often when I visit Ray, but because we were in like near walking distance to a lot of bars, I was like, all right, we can go drink and eat, and it was a lot of fun doing that. So, no, don't drive drunk. No, I'm always a proponent of be careful of what you do. You do not wish to become a statistic. I guarantee you that. You must live, become a survivor. Oh yeah, it is kind of nerdy exploitation. Apparently they used to also let you play board games, but that was like a thing that they got rid of a couple of years ago because I guess it was too much money or something, and so they just not anymore. I don't know. Yeah. I will say I had some poutine and it was pretty decent poutine, but the food is very much like, it's like diner fare. It's just really pricey. But I'm like, hey, some of the food looks kind of interesting. I will say the one food that I didn't try, but maybe next time. I don't normally eat chickpea fries, but good lord, I saw these. Oh, they got rid of off their menu. Oh, okay, never mind. Well, that sucks. They actually have an item from Final Fantasy XIV, Brayflox's mac and cheese bites for some reason. The first Tim Hortons in Texas opened nearby. Driving range. I don't mind Tim Hortons, but if I'm in Canada, there's like a billion other places that I want to eat that's not Tim Hortons. I think if you want to just try it for the Timbits, it's not a bad idea. The breakfast wraps are really good. I know Ray likes those a lot. Only drove it when did once and drove like 10 kilometers. So at least you were going slow. Okay, I need to find a way to expand this. I think part of the issue is like I just can't get past the cold weather. It's actually making it really hard for us to do anything right now. Like for example, Z-Poser's hypothermia is getting really bad, and there's not really a way to deal with that. Oh, he lost a toe. Yeah. Let's see. Are you forced to wear this gear? Okay, clear the forced apparel. Maybe we gotta get you a parka. Do we have any clean parkas? Alright, I'm just gonna have to give you a parka for now. I know he's in armor because of the parka thing, but I need you to put on something that's gonna keep you warm and not dying to hypothermia. This is why people do like giant mega bases, because at least they'll remain warm and toasty. See, that parka keeps them alive now, which is good. Alright, now you're good to go. Alright, who else is dying of being frozen to death? Garm is. Alright, Garm, what do you got? Alright, time to lose the plate armor. Let's put on that parka. Perfect, now you're good to go. Alright, who else is dying of being frozen? Steve, do we have any spare parkas? I might not have any spare parkas. We may need to make more. Let's see. It's only spitting distance of Round Rock Donuts, which is world famous. That is a really big donut. Good lord. I do not eat donuts very much, if ever, because good lord, that is a lot of calories, and I'm trying to be a little more conscious of what I eat because I don't want to. I want to eat healthier. That is, I'm not gonna eat the big donut. You can eat the big donut. I guarantee you that thing is like 2,000 calories or something like that, just because of all the sugar that they probably put on that thing. And it's deep fried like a donut should be, and good lord, it sounds more and more delicious the more I talk about it, but I'm not gonna eat it. Let's see. What was the... I want to look at the glaze on that thing. Did that thing have glaze? It does have a glaze too. Oh, that sugary glaze. Looks amazing. I'd eat it. Okay, I think Z-Poser, now healthy, aside from losing an eye and a toe, can finally get back to work and build me my water solution thing. Yeah, there we go. Now he's able to build, now that he's not dying and freezing to death. Why are you resting? You're not a night owl, are you? Why do you keep trying to... Oh, because he's trying to... Okay, I got it. Because he's trying to do his bed rest. No, there is no bed rest. For you, there is only work. We must build everything. Why is he dying again? Lost a frostbite. Why is... Yeah, he'll be fine. No shop open near you. There's a line every time you pee. I mean, is it like a Mr. Donut or something? I mean, like, I like donuts, but I don't want to eat them too often. Like, if I go into an office and I see like there's a pile of donuts, I'll be like, I can have like a half a donut. If I eat a full donut, that's a very bad thing. It doesn't taste good, it's a sham. I mean, that's good at least that they're trying to make it taste good. Oh my gosh, Skypion is also freezing to death. I need to figure out what to do about that. How do I solve your weird issue? There's a parka here. Put on the parka. There we go. So now Skypion should be good for the winter as negative 37. All right, we'll be fine. Haven't eaten all the Christmas New Year's sweets? What do you mean? What are you eating for New Year's? That's a nice New Year's sweet. What do Filipinos eat for Christmas? That's the real question we should be asking. So how do I get rid of all these flop hats? I really need to find a way to get rid of all this garbage tainted gear. other than burning it. I guess I could just make a giant pile and burn it all, but that's so much effort. The better solution would be to just find a way to tear it down into parts and then just repurpose it, but I don't think I can do that, right? Patch leather's not really useful. Yeah, I think that's a mod where I can convert gear into, like, useless threads. I used to have that mod. Ube, cake, flan, tons of chocolate. That sounds like diabetes waiting to happen, and you might want to be careful. Here's my Filipino hot take. I actually don't like ube that much. I do not like ube very much, and halo halo is something that I look at and I'm just like, I'm good. I don't really want to eat this. I'd rather just have like a normal, like, scoop of vanilla ice cream. Maybe I'm a little westernized, but I just don't like it that much. Oh, well, I don't think I have that VGP Garden fabrics. Yeah, I don't think I have VGP Garden fabrics, which is kind of interesting. Which I guess that makes sense. The thing is, that does sound a little overpowered. Holy cow, we need in this room. Oh, we're no longer frozen to death. Good. The temperature thing went away. The other problem I'm running into is I don't have a way to get everyone's, like, I can't keep refilling the lights. These things take forever to keep refilling, and it's driving me mad. Maybe I need to stop putting torches because they only last for like a week. Well, this weird brazier thing will last, like the hearth will last almost a month. That sounds like a good way to get raided and then immediately die from the sheer amount of enemies that are coming after you. So maybe I shouldn't install that for now. What was I going to do with this room? I think this is going to be the production room, right? I think this was going to be production. And I was going to move this into... And then I was expand the hospital up. So this is all production. And then probably have an access point to the production room from the backside. I think is what my plan was. The problem is we don't have electricity yet. We haven't built the batteries. That's a... I don't know where this meteor full of components came from, but I'm not going to say no to that. So I also need to haul the wood out of here too, because it's in the way, and I don't have enough people who are willing to haul things like crazy. We were going to recruit this person, but then he died. We're just never recruiting people ever again, I guess. Should we allow people to buy in now? I'm kind of wanting to let people buy in with pawns now. Just because this run is getting a little... It's getting a little long. And I think it'd be more fun to get people in here. I think we'll, I think I'm going to make the interesting call now. I, for this run, hereby will allow... Fuck, why are there two humans? Which is the good human? It's the same one. I know one of these is the, I don't know what you want to call it. I know one of these is the... like a shambler wraith one. I think it's the regular one. Let's try this one. Hold on, I'm gonna test this real quick. I'm just gonna buy a pawn in. Okay, is that the normal one? Yes, okay, cool. Yeah, alright, you're free to join if you want to buy a pawn in now, because I have changed the rules mid-run because I am lazy. I am now going to snap my pawn out of existence. Oh! Why did that... Okay, hold on. Uh-oh. What did I do? Oh, shoot. I think that command may have broke my game. Okay. How did that happen? Okay, so okay. Well, that's unfortunate. I hope the autosave saved recently. I'm gonna reboot the game real quick. Let's hope the autosave was working correctly. Teehee. It was not intentional, I swear. That was an accident. Thankfully, Rimworld boots up really quickly nowadays. So it's not like we're going to be waiting that long. We'll probably wait like, what, 2 minutes and we'll be good to go. I used to have to run like the marble game, but no longer do we need to run the marble game in the background. We can just load the game up. Yeah. I am good at this game, I swear. It's okay. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I've been getting a little bored of this run. This run's just kind of been kind of stagnant. We haven't made a lot of progress in the past few streams. But I do want to at least reach, like, I don't know, maybe not quite Spacer, but it'd be kind of nice to reach Spacer. But it's just so hard when we're constantly beset by like a bajillion different things trying to murder us every 5 seconds. So that's always fun. That's why I'm like, okay, I want to end this colony at some point this month. And then we'll just go into Necrograd 5. Because I think Necrograd 5 will be a lot of fun. Because we'll be in space. And it allows me to at least look through the mods and see what cool mods are out there nowadays. Because I have actually not really looked too hard at the workshop for nearly... nearly a month and a half now. And I looked at it today earlier. There's a lot of interesting things on there now, including a lot more sci-fi themed gear. There's one that I saw that was really cool called like advanced battle cloak that looked kind of cute, and I was like, oh, okay, you can have like this cool outer cloak that you can put on your gear, and I might actually subscribe to that at some point. There's also some other stuff like void shenanigans that I'm not going to touch, and tidally locked worlds. Is there a lot of AI slop nowadays? I did not know that. How bad is the AI slopification of Rimworld? Okay, we lost a good 2 minutes of progress. That's not that bad. Wait, drink. That's a lot of red. Should be fine. Just turn off auto open, and let's just make sure that you can buy in your pawn now. Perfect. All right, yeah, you can buy in pawns. Let me change the stream title. Just say it's now pawn. There we go. That should be fine. I have been seeing, you know, okay, speaking of AI slop, I want to just talk about this thing really funny that it's not so much funny as it is incredibly cursed, I guess. But some people are using it in funny ways at the same time. So I don't know if anyone saw this, and a lot of my friends have quit Twitter because of this, but Twitter has this weird new function where on any image, it doesn't matter what the image is, there's now literally a grok button. And you can order grok to just edit the image right then and there. So people, like a lot of artists, are just leaving the platform because, well, they don't want their art to be molested by grok, right? And what I've seen recently too is there's a lot of cosplayers who are, you know, they post a lot of photos of themselves in their outfits. And apparently now the trend is for people who are psychopaths and have no common decency, is that they'll be like at grok, display an image of the, you know, edit this image so that she's wearing a micro bikini or something. And it's like, oh lord, this is the first thing that people immediately go to. But then I've also seen the inverse one where it's like someone will upload a photo of themselves in like a skimpy outfit, and then the replies are like, grok, give her like a loving father or something. I'm like, okay. But yeah, the people are using the grok AI thing to like undress people, and it's like, oh lord, this is where we're at now. It's quite cursed. And yeah, I understand why a lot of my friends have decided, you know what, maybe Twitter ain't the place for them anymore if that type of thing is just going to keep happening, and I really don't blame them at all. Like, there's just so much stuff with like AI that just like they keep trying to shove it down our throats. I don't know if anyone saw this too, but recently Microsoft said like we're changing the name, like they're changing the name of Office to Copilot 365, which has to be one of the most brain dead marketing maneuvers I have ever seen. And the reason why they're doing this is because that way they can say every single person who subscribes to Microsoft Office is now an immediate AI user, which means they now have suddenly gained 300 million AI users, right? So that it doesn't feel like they're wasting metric tons of money. They're basically moving the goalposts for their AI product. and it's just ridiculous. So I'm sorry, you're right. I'm sorry. The company's name is Microslop. So Microslop is basically trying to force everyone to be an AI user by essentially changing the goalpost to say, if you ever interact with Office, you are now an AI user. It's quite the leap in logic, if that makes sense. Hi Garm, why am I being shot? I am quite energetic.
ウイスキーデーカキャッシュ酸素部マコフ軍
I can't believe this. Hi Garm, how are you? Thanks for the 27 months. Oh my gosh, look at that. Have you been waiting to press that button ever since I got back? How have you been, Garm? We're just complaining a little bit about Microsoft and whatever the other company was that I'm now forgetting the name of. Twitter. But yeah, Rano, I don't blame you for leaving Twitter at all. It's I don't want to switch to Blue Sky. I know everyone uses Blue Sky, but I'm like, I don't really want to move to another social media platform. Yeah, it's rough out there. I would need more rest. I'm perfectly okay, like with my I had a lot of rest this past weekend, and by rest I mean I stayed up late playing video games like League of Legends and Battlefield 6 and doing other things, and also taking lots of naps. After the ultimate move, self-host. Yeah, time to self-host a blog that no one's ever gonna read, right? If I wanted to write, I think if I really wanted to write a lot, I would just go back on Royal Road. I could publish, I bet you, if I stopped browsing Reddit and Twitter all the time, I could probably crank out a web novel. And not only could I crank out a web novel, I could probably crank out like a somewhat decently okay web novel that gets like at least 1,000 favorites on Royal Road. Like, I legitimately think, like, I have that ability if I just wasn't so lazy and constantly distracted by things. Hello there. I cannot read at all what you just said. What did you just say? Not you, Andre, but the hello person on YouTube. Oh, okay, no, you were here before. Gotcha, sorry. Welcome back. Exactly, starting new projects and never finishing them, like the Nekograd Star Sector mod that I am totally working on and not constantly getting distracted by. I remember, yes, how have you been? Welcome back. Sorry, I don't read Cyrillic, I don't read Russian. So I had to plug it into Google Translate. Oh shit, I hope you understand what I'm saying. I don't remember if you understand English yet. We need my harem isekai. I would never read. Okay, so here's the thing. Am I about to do the Royal Road lit RPG rant again? Are we about to go on this discussion again? Actually, the funnier thing. Actually, you know what's even funnier than like lit RPG complaining? So Ray's into book talk, right? Ray likes reading books a lot. She's into book talk sometimes, and my YouTube feed has kind of started getting into book talk books, like just like people talking about them. And I found out of some I'm being muted. Oh no. Okay. I'm gonna go Punk Cybers. Well, have fun killing oh, you're playing Cyberpunk. Good luck with Cyberpunk, Garm. I saw that you've been playing that. Hopefully you're having fun. I never finished that game myself. Okay, so found out that there's this book series. Apparently there's a huge trend of romantasy books that have all the same exact tropes. I don't read romantasy because apparently romantasy is very much geared towards a female audience that enjoys that type of like dark, brooding love interest, and they are a small petite protagonist. I don't know how to say English words. Is it watch? Well, I'm glad that you're at least enjoying this. I'm unable to pull up Google Translate right now because I'm talking, but welcome. No. Okay, so let me explain this real quick. So I'm going to give you the really bad recap of a recap that I had seen. Essentially, there's this book series called Fourth Wing. Okay. And the main character is like this 5'2", petite, whatever, main protagonist girl, teenager, who's constantly bemoaning about how she's small and petite. And the main love interest is like this tanned, somewhat dark skinned, like I don't know, vaguely Italian Iberian-esque in skin tone main character, and he's got like dark magic powers. You know every do you read the book? That's so funny. I don't know anything about it. I watched like 3 different summaries about Fourth Wing. And it's so cursed. There's 3 books. Okay, wait, hold on. Is it? I remember it's called Fourth Wing, and then there's like third something and second something, right? I think there's supposed to be. Is there gonna be 4 books? Hold on, I'm just gonna translate something for our friend here on the other side. I'm from English to, I think, Russian, right? I'm just gonna translate it there. Let's see, just so that he's understand. I am talking about a book series called Fourth Wing and discussing how silly it is. Okay, so I'm just gonna copy this. This is correct. Just copy this. Dump it here. Okay, there you go. Okay. Fourth Wing Iron Flame Onyx Storm. Wow, that's such a huge missed opportunity. They really should have called it something like Fourth Wing third try and second sun and then first opportunity or something like that. It's so... Anyways. Okay, so if you don't know... Okay. So, I don't encourage them. Fair enough. I do wish people would speak English. I probably do need to, like, make it a hard rule that I need people to speak in English. Hello, Zirizen. How are you? Alright, let me scroll up on chat real fast. Okay. Okay, so I'm sure Booberry will correct me about this. So, I have not read these books, but I have seen summaries of these books, and it's really funny. Okay. You know what? Should we pull out paint? Should I draw you my understanding of the plot of... oh my gosh, Ray's having organ decay. What? Why is her organs failing? Her left kidney. Okay, well, she still has 1 kidney, so I guess we could just... we might have to get like a kidney transplant. Okay. 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 We're gonna do this real fast. We're gonna pull up. No, let's make this high quality. We're gonna pull out Clip Studio for this. I'm gonna talk about this because I have not read this, like I said, but I think it's just so funny. All right. We're talking about books right now. We're talking about some book called The Fourth Wing, which is a book that exists and for some reason is incredibly popular. So if you don't know, Fourth Wing is really popular in on Book Talk right now, like painfully so. I think it's like one of the highest selling books I've like in the market, like the whole franchise. And so here's my interpretation of the plot, okay? And I've seen essentially like 3 summaries about this. I don't know how to put this on the vertical one. Give me 1 second. I don't know. Is anyone actually watching on the vertical stream? I actually have no idea if anyone actually watches on the vertical stream. There we go. Okay, so CSP is on the vertical thing. Let me put that behind me. And let me shrink that down a little bit. Okay, that's probably fine there. Okay, perfect. And then let me put it on the big one. Other music from Rimworld. It sounded like a nice mix of music that you got at least. Okay, and then let me hook this into... Oh, it's behind the game. Okay, got it. So let's put this here, and we're going to shrink this down a little bit. All right. Let me explain to you the plot of whatever this abominable book series is. Okay, so essentially, the story of Fourth Wing follows a girl. Okay, I don't know. It's not working. Okay, so you have a girl. Her name's not... I think her name is Violet or something like that. Or I might be mixing it up with like a Court of Roses and Thorns. I think it's Violet. Okay. So my understanding is that she is like... She's like 5'2", and she's quite small. Okay. and she has like she is like the daughter of like the leader of the country or like something like that, and her dad's dead and so is her brother, so it's just her and her very abusive mom. And I think what's happening, so in the world that they are in, it's basically split into like two major countries, right? So I don't know the shape, but it's something like this. Let's go like this. Okay, so you have like the dragons and you have the griffins. Okay, and so she is being sent to the Magic Academy of like dragon riding, because the magic in this universe is basically human. Oh shit, we're being attacked. Hold on. So, I'm gonna pause the game real quick. I'm gonna pause the game while I do this because I think this is even funnier. Okay, so basically the way the magic works in this universe is human plus I don't know how to draw a dragon. We're gonna pretend like this is a dragon. Okay. Good enough. All right. So human plus dragon equals you know, sparkly, you know, magic. Ooh. Okay. So they have to bond with a dragon to gain access to magic. So she's sent to the Magic Academy of Dragon Riding, where she is essentially she's like the weakest person in the class because she's so small and petite or something like that, is my understanding, is she's constantly complaining about. And there she meets a tall, dark, and handsome. I am not even kidding. I think he's like 6'4", right? So there's this dude who's like 6'4". Okay, and here we'll give him a skin tone that you can tell that he's tall, dark, and handsome, right? He's like a brooding, you know, vague, like ethnically ambiguous individual who's, I don't know, I don't have a size brush for this. All right, like that. Okay. And not very interesting. I'm sorry. Just watch later if you need a translation. So anyways, yeah, so she's 5'2". I'm gonna lower the music in the background. Let's lower the music in case I want to turn this into a VOD. I guess let's pause this music. Okay. So do you want the music in the background, or do you want me to just talk like this without the music? Okay. So he is like the head student or something, right? He's really smart, and he's basically got his PhD in like dragonomics or something. It's supposed to, okay, I was supposed to draw like a diploma, but I don't think it's working out. All right. Yeah, diploma. All right, cool. So he's really, okay, you know, let's just get rid of that. So he's really smart, and he's like the best dragon rider there is, and he's got a big dragon. He's got like a big, I don't know how to draw. How do I draw dragon? It's like, it's a snout, right? Like, so his dragon is like, okay. How do I draw dragon? Okay, I think that actually, okay, let's go with this. This is probably fine. And then just draw like the I don't know what you call it, like the crest or the fin or whatever. Okay, good enough. All right, so he's got a dragon, but the dragon is like a she dragon, okay? And then so he's actually like the son of the rebellion, who is like the enemy of her mother. So this girl's name is Violet, and I don't remember the dude's name. His name starts with an X or something, like Xander or Xandi or Xanax, or I don't remember. I'm just gonna call him X. Okay. And then so Zayden, okay, it's Zayden. I like Xanax, but I'm gonna call him Xanax. All right, so his name is Xanax now. So she is, I guess, assigned to him, right, as like his, like as his underwing, part of the fourth wing, which is like I think their students are divided into like flights or wings. So she gets assigned to his wing, and then they go to a bonding ceremony of some kind. Like I think they get all shoved into like a forest and told go find a dragon to go mate with or bond with. I'm sorry, not mate, bond with. Okay, and what was it? So then they go. So she and her entire stack of classmates. So there's like I don't know. I think there's like 30 of them or something, maybe 100. I don't know. Some number. They all go into the forest and they all start getting offed like one by one because they're all idiots and they start getting murdered by the dragons that they're trying to bond with. Okay, because they're dumb. Okay, some of them will like, oh dear dragon, I would love to be your partner for the rest of my mortal life, such that way we combine our powers and magic so that we can accomplish our objectives and goals and maybe even more. Okay. But anyways, she apparently finds like a bunch of bullies, right? So she finds like, you know, here's like dude 1 and dude 2, and there's like, I don't know, three more of them, and they're fighting like this small and petite dragon who's like, I don't know, I think like gold or something. I don't know how to draw. Okay, this is a dragon now. Okay, that's a dragon now. Okay, so they all got like knives or something and they're like trying to kill it. But then Violet comes in and she's like, no, you can't hurt the dragon. And so she saves the dragon, right? And so the dragon, you know, escapes and Violet's here and Violet's like, oh, let's see, I'm here to, you shouldn't be hurt, little dragon. And then out of nowhere, like this really big, like the biggest dragon they've ever seen, right? Like this thing is like a huge mofo. Okay, there we go, like this. Oh wait, no, we gotta make him look menacing. He's gotta be like this. Okay, he sees this and then he's like, cool. And he's like, I will bond with you. And so so this big dragon, whose name I do not remember, bonds with Violet. But wait, there's more. Apparently, the little dragon was like, I'll bond with you too, ma'am. And so, for the first time in history, our super special protagonist gets 2 dragons. No one has ever gotten 2 dragons before. So she's bonded to, like, the big dragon and the tiny dragon. Okay, so the other thing that I didn't mention, at least from my understanding of the summaries, is that each dragon human bond pair has a different magic aspect to them, right? Like, so each of them kind of have like a different form of magic that they unlock when they bond. Think of every fantasy trope you know. Think of every fantasy trope you know. What do you think the magic these 2 people have? Our tall, dark, brooding main love interest. I will give you a hint. This dude is dark magic. Ooh, who could have potentially seen this coming? Yeah, that's right. This dude has like access to dark magic. Okay, he's like a dark shadow daddy, exactly, and he's here to really I don't know, shadow all over the place. Okay, and then so apparently it turns out that Xanax, this dragon whose name I don't remember, is apparently the mated pair of Violet's big dragon. Like, they are a couple. Okay, like they are mates for life. So the other thing too is apparently dragons, when they share like their mental state or emotional state with their rider, in a sense. Like they share it together, like some kind of like telepathic link bond thing going on. Okay, so essentially, when these 2 want to get down and do dirty dragon deeds, these 2 are feeling it. Okay, they're feeling it. Okay, so Okay, and apparently, okay, so according to Blueberry, you can tune them out, but I like to think that they can just keep it in mind. However, there's another thing apparently in this plot. So, I think if the dragon, if a dragon dies, their mated pair also dies. Okay, so if Violet's big dragon dies, then Xanax's dragon dies. And because of that, he is now interested in really making sure this idiot or this protagonist stays alive, right? Like, she's got to be 100%, like, he wants to make sure, okay, if you die because your dragon died or something, I'm dead too. So now they're kind of like, I gotta keep you alive. Okay. So I don't know. I like to think that they'll die. Okay, also, guess what powers Violet gets from these two? All right, take a guess. Okay, so she's the female protagonist of a romantasy book series, and the main love interest magic type is darkness. What do you think her magic is? I'll give you a hint. Actually, wait, I forgot she's got two. Okay, so she actually gets, I think, like, light magic. It was either light magic or time magic from the small dragon, and I think she gets lightning magic from the big one. I think that's how it works, something like this. Yeah, so she basically gets access to 2 schools of magic while everyone else ever gets 1. Okay. Okay, let's see. They think because Terran is old, he might die if violence. Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, so she's got some weird, like, timey-wimey magic powers, and that's it. That's her entire shtick. Like, she has to, I don't know, keep him alive. So that's her power that she gets from the 2 dragons. I legitimately don't remember what else happens in the summaries that I remember. Like, this was the part that I was just so focused on because I saw someone call this thing like it was like a, like, I don't know. I saw someone describe it like this. This is like a weird dragon thruple, and then when you add these two, it becomes like a dragon human rider polycule or something like that. And I was like, okay, that's definitely a way to describe this. I think there's like some other character, like some kind of childhood friend of Violet's, who is like, hey, I'm here, but then he's probably forgotten about and no one ever remembers him. I don't remember the rest of the plot, but something about, like, at the end, she finds out that her brother is actually alive. Ooh. So, you know. And he was actually working with Xander? And so she's like, whoa, my brother's alive? Crazy. Zayden. I can't remember his name. Oh, right. And I think there's like some war between like the dragons and the... I think he's like trying to overthrow the dragon rider government or something, because the dragon riders are essentially like death squads where they will die, or they're basically sent to die, because as he was like the rebel son, he's branded or something, and so he was ordered to become a dragon rider to survive. But dragon riders have such a high mortality rate, they thought he was just gonna die that way, so they don't have to kill him, and they can just wipe their hands clean, like, I didn't kill him, he died on his own. And I think that's the general plot summary of the 4th thing. I have not seen any plot summaries of the other books yet, but I'm like, I kind of want to read this. My understanding is that this book has also got a decent amount of smut in it. Is all I'm going to say, but I'm not going to get into that. I remember some summary said like there's a lot of lightning involved. So yeah, that's the professor's really wacky summary of 4th Wing. So if you ever wanted to read 4th Wing, this was my really bad summary that I have not read the books, and I am just literally regurgitating what other summaries have said, because I thought this, when I first saw the summaries and read the summaries, I was like, there's no way this book is real. And then I saw how popular this series was. There's like hundreds of videos on this book, and I'm like, I need to read this almost, just I'm so curious. I'm not gonna read it for you because I don't think I'd be allowed to, but good lord. So, Blueberry, on a scale of 1 to 10, how good was my summary? As someone who's actually read the book, I would like to know your opinion. The king is like, we're not gonna give the weapons, and he's like, we'll steal the weapons and give it to them. I thought that was funny. -1? What do you mean? I gave as accurate a summary as I possibly could have, given the information that I had. Okay. Alright, we're under attack, aren't we? It is closest? Okay. I should do bad summaries. I think I just love doing bad summaries of stuff. Some of it is way off. Okay. Okay, so at least I got some of it correctly. Oh my gosh, Game of Thrones. I could go on about Game of Thrones. I need to read the books of Game of Thrones at some point, but I could do bad summaries all day because it's just so funny. I could give you a summary of Game of Thrones and it'd be also a disaster. Maybe we should do like a stream where it's just like, today I'm gonna explain to you the story of, you know, Harry Potter, Game of Thrones, Old Man's War. What are the books that I might have read? I could give you a stick figure Konosuba summary. Oh god. The book 5? Oh, for Harry Potter? At least summarize something you can be angry with me, not at me. Like Homeworld 3 plot. Okay, so the thing is, the Homeworld 3, I barely remember the plot of Homeworld 3. Like, that's how forgettable that story was. Oh, you know what's really funny about Game of Thrones? They're only still at book 5. I wish I was joking, but George R.R. Martin has not written more of A Song of Ice and Fire. Like, there's literally still only 5 books out, because the 5th one came, like, what? Dance with Dragons came out in 2011. It's been almost 15 years now. Winds of Winter is still supposedly coming out, and so is Dream of Spring. At this point, I don't think it's coming out. I think George R. R. Martin's gonna die before those things come out, or they're going to come out when he's dead. The dude is 77. He is an obese lad, okay? And he spends most of his time writing for literally anything but A Song of Ice and Fire. Like, I'm not even sure, like, this guy will do anything but write A Song of Ice and Fire. Like, he will write all the side stories. Like, he wrote, the Dunk and Egg novellas, which also is getting adapted into a book series, or into a TV series, you know? I don't know if anyone's seen it, but there's a cool TV series called, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms coming out, and I actually do plan on watching that because it seems really cool. But it's like, oh my gosh, this man needs to release his dang book already. And at this point, I don't think he's ever going to release anything about One Piece. I have not read One Piece. I think my thing about One Piece is that it's really just long. I don't feel like reading it. Also, I did not get a chance to prepare for this invasion, so now we're trying to deal with this like last second. Oh, you did read A Court of Thorn and... You know what's funny? Ray started reading A Court of Thorn and Roses because she's like, she was looking for something to read, and she said like, oh, this sounds like political intrigue. And then I had to explain to her like, no, this is not political intrigue. Yeah. So she's, I don't know. I think it's really funny. Let's just end it in just never mind. Oh, for Game of Thrones, I think a lot of people have the same opinion. I was definitely a religious Game of Thrones viewer when it first came out. But after the last season, I was like, this show probably should just go away now. Okay, I think we've mostly survived. All right, let's get these two over there. I know you gotta stop this guy. We gotta save Ray. I don't know how Garm's dying, but Garm is dying. But yeah, personally, I have no intention of ever reading One Piece. I have no intention of ever like watching One Piece either. Like, the series is too long for me to like care about the series. That's just the unfortunate reality. I just don't have time to engage in something that's just that long. All right, let's see if we can rescue everyone. So why don't we have you rescue Zia Poser and Yuku rescue Infidave, and then We'll have Arani. I don't know. Let's just get Arani. Get ready to do emergency doctoring. We're going to have you stand over here. Zero, why don't you capture Delivorius? So. Yeah, so yeah, it's just really unfortunate that he just, like, George R. R. Martin is just never going to release anything at this point. It's all ogre. And it's just, like I said, it's just his thing. He doesn't want to do more content, and I get it. He's old, but he's 77. Like, if you think he's gonna come out with, The Winds of Winter or A Dream of Spring before he dies, absolutely not. I firmly believe that the books are, like, probably finished already, but he's just waiting until, like, his death before it comes out. Because people were so mad about the ending of the TV series that, he just doesn't want to have to deal with, well, the angry people that are unhappy. So, I mean, I understand his logic, at the very least. Imagine it comes out before GTA 6. I could see that happening. Also, I don't think I'm buying GTA 6. I heard rumors that game was going to be like $100, and people will line up to buy it. Because they put in, like, it's the most expensive video game ever made, right? It's like $500 million. Like, that's the price. I think that's like the price point. I think that was the budget for both Avengers Endgame and Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame combined was like about $500 million. And GTA 6 is supposed to have that budget. That's crazy. Okay, well, Star Citizen isn't so much a game as it is a Ponzi scheme or something at this point. I can't believe people are still putting money into Star Citizen. I know they actually have released a game, but it's just crazy to me that people are still actively putting in. I don't know if it's like sunk costs or like, oh, we want to make sure the game actually comes out at some point, but it's like, oh my goodness, people, you gotta stop putting money into this. Let me actually take a look real quick. How much, if I look at the website for Star Citizen, what's the most expensive thing I can buy on this? Who died? The prisoner? That sounds about right. Let's see. There has been times where I considered installing Star Citizen because I thought it'd be really cool, but honestly, if I wanted a space game, I'm just gonna play Star Sector or play Stellaris, and I haven't even played Stellaris in like over a year. At some point I do want to play it, but I just have not had an opportunity, and I just don't care anymore. I only have so much time to play certain games that I'm gonna be a little picky about what I partake in. Arani's on the verge of a mental breakdown, of course. Great. Okay, so Arani's mentally breaking down because very hungry and sleepy. That is our best doctor, who is now unable to do any doctoring work. Great. No, I'm not playing Terra Invicta. I have played one of the X4 games a long time ago, but not the new one. I'm sorry, what is this pricing? Hold on. So I actually just was curious, and I pulled up the pricing on Star Citizen, because I was like genuinely curious. They are selling you... okay, I kid you not, they are selling you a single buggy. Okay, hold on, sorry, I need to adjust this real fast. They're selling you a buggy for $45. Excuse me? You get one... You get one single buggy, and this is $45. There's no way in hell you can get me to spend $45 on this specific one car. This is like NFT prices. It's actually a little ridiculous. Oh, there was a fight here. People are dying. What are the other prices? I'm actually curious. Because you need at least one ship to play, right? I mean, oh my gosh. Not focus watching, but how am I doing? I'm doing pretty good. I had a grand fun time in Canada. How are you doing, Kahila? Hopefully you had a fun holiday. I'm kind of complaining about video games right now, but hopefully you're having a good evening. Yeah, like these prices are just a little ridiculous. What is actually the most expensive thing on the shop? I actually have to know. Sort by price, high, low. Okay, so the most expensive thing you can buy. Oh, some of the non-available ones. Oh my god. Right. Oh, maybe it's under game packages. Let's see the game packages. Sort by price, high, low. Yeah, I'm not. This is a little ridiculous. Look at this. like it looks cool, and maybe Star Citizen will deliver. You know what it is? I'll tell you why I'm hopping between things, because this run has, I think I've lost interest in this run, like legitimately. Been kind of conked out to post-final sleep then as soon as you lie down just out. We'll get some rest. Hopefully you get more sleep that you need. If you want more bad summaries, I'm gonna need to like really think about like the book that I've read. Like I can give you the summary of a book like Old Man's War, which isn't so much romantasy as it is just like pop sci-fi, not like poppy, but like popular science fiction type shenanigans. Unless you want to see a... God, everyone's getting infections. This entire run is spiraling. God, I don't remember the main plotline of The Hobbit or Lord of the Rings. I'm trying to think of a fantasy book that I can give you the summary of, but I actually don't read a lot of English fantasy that often. Lord of the Rings, it was like a long time since I read it. Same with The Hobbit. I mostly read like light novel fantasy, and unless you really want terrible isekai plot summaries, which I could provide you. Honestly, I could give you a really bad summary of the Fire Emblem franchise. That would be something. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, I've played Fire Emblem 7 and 8 a bajillion times, and I have the plot basically memorized. I don't have the exact lines of dialogue, but I definitely know everything. You woke up 2 to 4 hours ago. Oh my god, I thought you said you woke up 24 hours ago. Okay, so the only thing I know about Mushoku Tensei is essentially, like, you have the main dude who's reincarnated, and then he's an adult in a baby's body, and he gets really hot and bothered by breastfeeding, I guess is the best way to describe it. And then he gets like the 3 main love interests, all three of whom he met in childhood. One's an elf, one's a human girl who's like a hyper tsundere, and then you have like you can basically put the main girls into archetypes, right? Like you have the tsundere redhead, you have the oh my god, it's actually so stupid. I'm suddenly remembering that you need me to stop talking now? Okay, fair enough. I was about to get into like some really weird details that I suddenly remembered. Oh yeah, isekai gets weird. Isekai gets really weird depending on what you're trying to read. Gotta be careful of the contents. Also, let's just get rid of all our garbage here. What do we not need? I don't need this one. Let's take... Don't need that one. Keep that. Keep that. I think most of these I don't really need. Sell the visage masks. I don't really want those. I think I keep everything for now. I don't think I want any other stuff. Yeah, it should be fine. So you don't have to hear about it? Fair enough. I understand not wanting to hear about it. We're just gonna get somewhere or not. I mean, it is a weird series. Speaking of fantasy, the other day your friend showed you a cute pig girl wizard from a show. Tsuchikimi Moonlit Fantasy. It's a harem isekai. Okay, the thing is, almost every isekai is going to be harem, because a lot of it is literally just, you know, power fantasy, wish fulfillment nonsense. Like, that's literally the whole point of the genre, right? Like I said, some of them are okay. I honestly prefer isekai where it's like there's actually like a driving plot behind everything, where there's like a mystery that you wanna learn more about the world. Like, I enjoy Log Horizon, and Log Horizon is essentially an isekai, just a lit RPG isekai that I think is pretty well done. Granted, I have not read that book in a while, and they haven't published a new one in almost 6 years because the author got, you know, arrested for tax evasion, but that's a whole different problem. Or something like Spice and Wolf, where you're gonna learn, it's not isekai, but it is fantasy, and you learn about, like, you know, medieval economics and things like that nature. Versus reading something like, God, what was that one? There's some isekai that I am blanking out on the name of, and it's essentially about I'm trying to remember the stupid concept of it. It was a dude with white hair. He gets abandoned by his classmates when they all get isekai'd into a fantasy realm, and he becomes like some super hyper edgelord because then he gets like some super crazy powers, hooks up with like this blonde lolly vampire, and then like some big chested rabbit Moon Bunny Girl. Yeah, that's the one. Arifureta, that's the one. Oh, Zero Zen turned hostile. What? Why? Why'd you turn hostile? No, I'm not dealing with this. You're not hostile anymore. I'm not dealing with this. Yeah. I remember reading the manga for this and I was like, this is so edgy that I couldn't keep reading it because it's just so nonsensical. Like, think of it like this. Okay, so the dude so the real quick summary is that the dude is abandoned by his classmates because he's like the weakest person. He doesn't get like any, like, because they all get isekai'd as heroes, and he didn't get any powers like or skills when he got transported in, right? So what ends up happening is that I guess he gets like abandoned, and then he gets for some reason he finally unlocks his powers and he starts like killing things and absorbing their powers and learns how to make machines, and he basically brings guns, airships, cars, planes, tanks to submarines, this fantasy realm, and basically is the most powerful being aside from literally God. He hooks up with like 3 different characters. I think one's like a really old dragon lady who looks young, and then you have like the vampire, and then you have like the bunny girl, and shenanigans ensure. I think one of his classmates is his love interest, who dies and then gets revived as an angel, and then all of his classmates go back to the real world, but he chooses to stay behind in the fantasy realm because that's his world now. I think that's how it works. I don't remember. It was dumb. Yeah, I don't remember. Like I said, I barely remember the plot of half of these things. Yeah, no, I know he revives the soul in the body of an angel. He kills an angel, his classmate dies, then he shoves her soul into the angel's body so that she can be revived. I remember that plot line. Wait, did he romance the teacher? I do not remember that plot point. You want isekai to figure it out. I mean, Digimon's fine too. Ray played Digimon, and that's like an isekai, I guess, in a way. I'm trying to think like what else. Like, I can't think of a good isekai that I would like willingly recommend to people, like, without hesitation. Like, I can't recommend Konosuba because that's there's some degeneracy in there. I absolutely am not going to be recommending No Game No Life. I have not read Moonlit Fantasy. Okay, if I Google this, what am I going to find? Let's see here. High school student. Okay, I'm gonna read this Wikipedia summary in the worst voice I can muster up. High school student Makoto Misumi is an average boy in every aspect, though his sisters are high-spirited and good-looking. Oh God. Let's see. He's sent to the world of Elysium to serve as a hero. Goddess has a vain beauty preference and claims that he's ugly, and revokes his hero. Okay, I don't want to read this anymore. This is already cursed. I understand where it's coming from. Okay, so you remember Final Fantasy Tactics Advance? You find it funny how many people think Marsh is a bad guy for rejecting escapism. Bullied by his brother's crippled and other kids going through a divorce. I don't know. I think I know Marsh is, people think is like wrong, but at the same time, I think the whole thing about Final Fantasy is like you have to accept the world that you're in, and you can't just escape from your real life and your real problems. That's kind of, I think, the message that game was trying to portray. And I do like it when games have a message like that, and shows too. Like, isn't TADC's whole message like is about finding meaning in a stagnant life or something like that? It's nice when there's actual stories like that. Also, who's starving? Why are these 3 starving? Oh, they have not been fed yet. Okay, Ray's having mental breakdown. Sun can feed them at least, right? Yeah, you might want to feed them before they die. Yeah, let's do that. Too many novels like it. You should take out a beating after the end. I'll need to look at that one. I don't think I've seen that one. The Firewatch. We're talking about the game Firewatch, like the one that's like the one where you're a Firewatch, a fire lookout. That's the word, I think. Let me drink my water. Oh, it is? Okay. T-bait anime doesn't exist. What's T-bait? Summarize LOTM. What's LOTM? Lord of Mysteries? Oh, Lord of the Mysteries. Oh my god. I actually like was reading about some webtoons that I might start reading at some point, because I actually was kind of interested in some of these characters based on how it was described to me. So there's apparently some webtoon out there called something Empress. I can't remember the exact title of it, but it has something to do with like some noble lady who becomes like a consort of like an emperor or something, and she has to deal with like this super crazy empress consort who's like a pet who grew up like a slave and peasant, and everyone apparently hates her so much that, like, I don't mean like the characters, but I mean the readers hate her so much that her name is forbidden on like webtoon forums for some reason. It's one of the first proper walking simulators. I mean, I could give it a look. I'll probably play it on my own time. I think walking simulators, I find best playing on my own time so I can absorb the game. Yeah, Remarried Empress. Ray's got it. Ray reads a lot of webtoons. When I was with her, I would see her reading webtoons on her phone a lot. All right, is it time to finally expand our production room? I think we gotta expand the production room now. We've been putting it off for too long. Let's see. I need a door here. We'll just do a double door. Simple wooden double door should be okay. And we're gonna move all this up there. You heard about it, but you didn't read your list. I don't read a lot of webtoons myself, but I thought it was interesting because I was reading about it, and everyone just hates the Empress consort that's already there because apparently she's really mean and tries to bully everyone or something. But I'm like, well, when you kind of read about her backstory, it's like I kind of understand why she's like that, because she basically got shoved into this whole, you know, trying to be like the Empress type deal without anyone helping her out. Kind of sucks. Let's move that over there. Speaking of game stuff, you remind yourself for there being such an ideas man regarding stuff you want to do but never have the means to do. What do you mean you don't have the means to do it? There's always the means to do something if you're willing to look for the means, unless it's that expensive, in which case I can't help you there. This usual medieval theme plot. I mean, it's still an interesting plot line, right? I just thought it was like so funny. Like, there's just so much vitriol around one specific character that everyone just goes crazy, and that the forums can't even allow people to say it. Oh, your PC can't run Blender or go. Oh, ouch! You can't even run RPG Maker 2003. What are you running? You need a better PC. You gotta get something. There we go. Okay, we're actually building this. Oh my goodness, it's the end of the very cold quadrant. We're finally reaching the warmer months. We can finally expand again. However, oh my goodness, uh-oh. Okay. Zeobozer's gonna die. I need to amputate your arm. Yeah, I don't have a choice. Let's do this now. I can't have Ray do it, so I'm gonna have Arani do it. All right, amputate. We gotta save you. Come on. Come on. Okay, we got it. We got it. We got the arm out. All right, I'm sorry, Zeopozer, we have to remove your arm. I don't have a way to give you a backup arm for now, unfortunately, but I had no choice. Oh, Garm's got something too. Oh, Garm's got an infection too. I think we gotta amputate Garm. Oh, I feel so bad. We gotta amputate Garm. I don't think there's a way we're gonna save that arm. We don't have the technology. We're still in the medieval era. All right, let's get over there. All right, come on. Gotta burn through my funny medicines that I have left. That's all we can do. The idea for movement-based shooter, everyone having double jump by default in game with 3 characters: Meteor, Mage, Paladin, and Windbard. Were you gonna make this in like oh, I guess Godot, right? I think is what you said. Your ability to ever make a game on your own is hindered by your complete incompetence at music. You can hire people to make music. I mean, the Bollatro main theme was made by a guy on Fiverr, and it's now one of the most memorable pieces of video game music in history, which is crazy to think about. Villains are destined to die is also like that. Many people like MC's older brother. Oh. Don't worry, I'll think about ghost villains. Oh, what they are. Oh! We gotta go make a list of exactly what we want to send to Eki. And we'll send it to Eki. You need an eye patch? Are you miss? No, I don't think you need an eye patch. You already have. Oh, actually, can we give you an eye patch? We could give you an eye patch since you're missing your right eye. Yeah, we'll give you an eye patch. Sure, you can have one. All right, let's see if we can have a Ronnie slap an eye patch on you or something. Everything in this run is just a disaster. It's just everything's falling apart. Oh, and I need to send like finer details. I just told Eki that like, hey, we're looking for this type of thing, but I didn't get to send Eki like the full specific concrete details yet. Medium range is similar to typical rocket launcher. Direct hit also uses some of these. Okay. I see where you're getting at with the whole meteor mage, and I assume the other ones have similar like refresh mechanics or something shenanigans like that, right? Okay, can we get you? I need you here until we can get your fresh eyeball in. Okay, so I'll have you lie down there. I'm gonna have Arani give you. Cannot, because we don't have any medicine. Because Ray's the one who's crafting our bandages, but we don't have any bandages because we don't have enough cloth for some reason. Oh my goodness, this is a bit of a disaster. We don't have any light in there either. I was trying to get batteries built so we could get some electricity stored overnight, which we do have now. Now I just need to find a way to get power going, which we have wind turbines and solars. I guess we'll just... I think I'm just going to put a bunch of solars right next to the 3 components is probably fine. Then I need to run power conduits like this. And then we can start electrifying our little piece of paradise, I guess is the best way to describe it. Who's our miners? Ah! It's Ray. The other miner is the opposer, who is also dying and has missing an arm. Why do you have Vidal emotes? Are you subscribed to Neuro-sama? I didn't know that. I didn't realize Ray was a Neuro truther. Truly one of the greatest mysteries this time around. I actually don't think I have any Neuro-sama emotes. I know that they had like the whole what's it called going on. Like didn't Vidal basically have the biggest what's it called? What's it called? I'm blanking on terms. Hype train. That's what it was. 15 director as well. Oh, okay, gotcha. Oh, you occasionally watch. Okay, that's probably how you got it then. If we can just make it to Spacer Tech, I think I'd be happy. Maybe we just need to get the multi-analyzer, but we need to get all this other stuff first, which requires all these other technologies first. We should probably get guns. You're not a sub? Oh, is it a follower emote? I guess it's a follower emote. Okay. Oh, actually, a lot of big damage. Net damage. Oh, okay. So basically like a melee class. Got it. Okay, it was a gift. Okay, gifted makes a lot of sense. Is their own record to begin with. To be fair, a lot of people love Vidal and Neuro-sama, and it's great to see. You know, I think it was like that 3D stream that I think got people going crazy too, right? Because didn't Neuro basically go like, I wish I was real or something? And you could tell Vidal was like, oh my god. It's like, it's an actual living daughter. It's beautiful to behold. And I started seeing like people talking about making Neuro-sama clones and stuff like that, but I don't think people realize it's not Neuro-sama that people want to watch. It's Neuro-sama plus Vidal, their dynamic that they have, almost like a father and daughter, right? That's what people really love. That's what people care about. That's what the people desire. I need to... Who's my miners? I need Ray to crack this down. Why are we not able to mine things? Why are you just training? Oh my gosh. Oh, we're under attack. How do I pronounce it if it's not Vidal? Vettel? Is it Vettel? We're being attacked by 9 humans. I think we might die here, actually. I don't know if I can protect this. Beetle? Beetle like a beetle? You gotta cook that halberd. Oh, you haven't had any food. Oh, we have no meals. We're gonna die, aren't we? We're so dead here. We're so dead. All right, Sun, you stay here, and then Ray, we're gonna send you into the front. Everyone with a weapon's gotta fight. Fight, fight, fight. Trying to get everyone else out here, but we're too injured. We might not survive this engagement. If we die, what do? Do we just accept our loss? You should probably write that out in a design document and not just on a Twitch chat, honestly. Oh my goodness, yeah, we're dead here. I don't think we survive. Yeah, I think we're dead here. There's also a lot of VODs now, because now all the VODs are saved to YouTube, so if you ever want to scrub them for bad pronunciations, you can find it. Oh, you already have it written down on a document? Good. That's what you got to do then. Well, I think we die. I think they're kidnapping Ray and a bunch of other people here, and the opposers are probably about to die here. Arani is basically like trying to fend them off one-on-one. Can we rescue them? Are they just gone? Are they just dead? I think they're just dead. Oh, Arani's the last one standing. Alright, can Arani save the colony? Arani versus the world? The power of all those Japanese lessons coming in to save us? Let's see if that'll pan out. Okay. Is there like another? Okay, so I think we're about to lose like 3 pawns. Ontario. Okay, so Garm went catatonic. We lost Steve, Sun, Ray, Ziryuzen. I know Garm's on the ground. Skypion's on the ground. The opposer's on the ground. Arani is like super injured. Okay, so now we have to try to keep everyone alive, which is the biggest problem. We're down to 5 pawns and everything's on fire. I think we're dead. Oh my god. I think it's fine. I mean, I don't know. You need a little bit more, like, how is the general gameplay supposed to work type deal? What are your resources? I don't know what you have in your game document. Because it's easy to just say, like, this is what this thing does, this is what this thing does, but I need the context of, like, the full game before I can have a proper answer. But yeah, it's Ontario. Yeah. Okay, thankfully it started raining, so the fire stopped, but we're down to, like, not a lot of people, and everyone who's alive is injured. Also, there's a very angry dinosaur here who's just nipping at Infidave's legs. Now we gotta deal with that real quick. If Rodney goes down, that's our doctor. We have no food, by the way. We're gonna starve to death. This run is so... It's so ogre. It's so ogre. Oh... We're still alive. The tenacity of the human spirit truly is something. No, I gotta make sure they're not gonna die. Oh, I guess I'm feeding Garm. Wait, that's really weird. Hold on. Why are they not allowed to eat the smoked meats? Are they just not allowed to eat smoked meats? Have I been messing this up the whole time? Oh, that's so funny. Oh my god, I didn't... Okay, that's so funny. I was like wondering why they won't eat the smoked vegetables that I had made. It turns out I forgot to actually set them to be allowed to eat, you know, the giant stockpiles of smoked veggies that I have here. Probably would have made them surviving a little bit easier when I was still unable to cook food. Oh, TTK broke. Oh, that's right. 1 second. Shoot. How do I get out of this? Oh. Okay. I think it's this one. There we go. Must believe she's convinced you to play. This is a very good game. I do recommend playing Rimworld if you get an opportunity to. I think Rimworld's a really fun game, especially like if you want to... Legitimately, I think what you could do if you really were crazy and you love playing Rimworld, you could make a story out of Rimworld. Just change some text and add some flair and drama. People make comics all the time of their Rimworld colonies. Just check out the Rimworld subreddit. Just look at Alana's comics. That's a prime example of a comic. I know there's someone who's like on, like, there's like that person who plays like the rat colony on the Rimworld subreddit, and their colony is like, their comics have like, what, 300 chapters or something? Something along those lines. One of my friends actually just started getting into Rimworld pretty crazy and was asking me for mod recommendations, and I'm like, oh boy, I only gave them 3 mod recommendations because I was like, all right, let's not overload you. Oh my gosh, I don't know how to get these people to eat food. They're all gonna die. Because the only person who can move is Arani. Ronnie is on the verge of collapse. I need Arani to eat something. All right, time to consume veggies. Oh, is Aeolus not a single colony? Okay. Huh. Oh no, play Rimworld Vanilla first. I think it'll be better for you than trying to play it like the way I play it. The way I played Rimworld is very suboptimal and very creative is the best way to describe it. I don't recommend playing the way I like playing it. We're so dead. Because I have to feed these guys too, except my only person who can feed pawns is having a mental break, so I can't actually feed them. So that's some trivial malnutrition, and that's some minor malnutrition, and that's some... Yeah, okay. We're just gonna sit here and hope someone survives. Yeah, some of these runs have Alana, some of them have Ray, actually all of them have Ray. I think the Alana runs are usually the ones, like, we include Alana by default if it's like a more future-y run, but we try not to do it on like the challenge runs. Rimworld is not like City Scans where there's noticeable holes without DLC. I will say, I think the only one, if you really want some nice content, is I would recommend at least adding Ideology and Odyssey. I think are like the ones that I would be like, these are kind of must-have-ish. After that, it's kind of whatever you want. Like, I think probably Anomaly is probably like the one that's the lowest on the list of things you need to have. Everything else is good. I just don't like Anomaly that much. All right, Arani's collapsed. Can we get Arani to feed everyone? Let's see. Actually, I have not kept up with Rimworld modding drama. I should probably look at the Rimworld Discord and see what's the latest tea. I am actually curious, what is the latest haps and happenings in that realm? I gotta sneeze. Nothing interesting. Oh, that's a surprise. Usually it sounds like there's something bad happening like every single time. But I'm glad to hear that it's at least nice and calm, quiet place right now. Someone stole art from Medieval Hall, made an AI slop mod to advertise it. Well, I'm glad that they got banned immediately. There's a lot of companies using AI slop nowadays because they don't know what else to do. Because why hire artists when you can just pay $10 a month to, I don't know, whatever Chat GPT is that make whatever art you want. Ugh, it's gross. I think what we're gonna see happen in the future is because all these companies are basically relying on AI, right, to do their stuff for them. We're gonna have a significant lack of people who are able to transition into roles like mentorship roles, because all the people that would normally be mentored and grow up to be mentors themselves are not having that opportunity to become to get mentored, because all low-level jobs are being taken over by AI, right? And then for creatives especially, we're gonna run into a situation where there's not gonna be, I don't know how to describe it, but I think the way it's going to be is that these companies are going to forget how to be creative and to think independently, like, you know, come up with creative solutions when they just want to dump it onto an AI and say, give me an answer, and then the answer is not at all what they need. That's what's gonna happen. I feel it in me bones. Oh my gosh, I cannot dig this stupid thing out. I need to order. Oh, right, Ray was our miner and she's gone. Oh my gosh, everything sucks. We can't build anything. This run is so over. We don't have enough pawns for this. I can't get you back. I don't know where you are. You're just like somewhere in the void. You're alive, but I don't know where. That's the problem. I think you're alive. Yeah, you're alive somewhere. I can tell that you've intended to. So you're alive somewhere. Just don't know where. You're not allowed to be gone? Okay, should I just teleport Ray back into the colony? Should we just do that then? Oh, did you know that Ray's power of regeneration allows her to magically regenerate into the colony when we're not paying attention? Like, whoa! Look at that! Look at Ray. She just magically showed up again. That's crazy. I don't know how that regeneration coma works, but it's a super cool power to have because it apparently allows you to break through time and space itself and just magically reappear in the colony when you die. Maybe you're an anomaly. Microsoft begging people not to call it slop. They can beg all they want. I'm gonna keep calling it micro slop. I refuse to use Copilot. Copilot is garbage. Like, it is actually like one of the worst things I've tried using. I tried out of curiosity to see if it could make a pivot table out of some data that I fed it, and it did not know what the heck I was trying to have it do. I gave up. You need to go to bed. You have actual not fun. Have a good night, Blueberry. I hope you have a good rest. Come back again in the future if you so desire. We like to do silly things here. Rimworld just Sims with cannibalism and war crimes? That's also true. I actually do like The Sims, kind of. I think modded Sims is unironically like one of the best life simulation experiences you can have if you love that genre. The biggest issue, like with Battlefield 6, is that it's owned by EA, and EA is a bit of a disaster of a company who just loves nickel and diming their customers in every potential way possible, and it's just really rough. I basically stopped. Yeah, I would love to play The Sims, but oh my goodness, Infidave's on a murderous rampage and is attacking Infidave, who's bleeding out. Can I stop? Oh my gosh, I can't. Can we tend to Infidave before Z-Pulsar kills the poor guy? All right, we're gonna tend while the damage is happening. Come on, we're just gonna keep healing every injury that happens at the same time until Z-Pulsar calms down. I think we gotta beat up Z-Pulsar. I will release you. Okay, release you, and then I gotta quickly tend to Infidave so he doesn't die. I don't know if you brought it up, but you're irritated at Capcom Japan because Capcom US did a good move and banned AI generated content for their contest for the new game. Well, did Capcom Japan say that's not allowed? Following you, so hopefully you'll be notified. All right, sounds good. EA's off like games like 2000 for all the packs, and you're done. I was using that one piracy tool for what is it, for Sims 4 for like the longest time until the guy stopped supporting it because he was getting so many like stupid messages and threats from idiots who didn't know how to use it, and it was very unfortunate because that was the only way I was willing to play Sims 4 because I was not paying for like stupid, like back when I played The Sims. Okay, we had 2 packs. You had expansion packs and stuff packs, $40, $20, and then they're like, we're gonna split into 3 categories. You have expansion packs, game packs, stuff packs. And then what would used to be in 1 expansion pack, they would split into expansion pack and 2 game packs. So now instead of $40 for all this content, you're spending $80 for all this content. And then usually like 1 or 2 stuff packs, so you're actually spending $100. It was awful and ridiculous. I hated it. If I want to play a true Sims experience, I'm just gonna go back to Sims 3 because at least that game will never fail me. The only reason Sims 4 I even liked playing was because it was really easy to build in, and it was pretty to look at, and it was really cool for just like prototyping house designs because I love looking at architecture. And Sims 4 was really good for it. Sims 3 is not nearly as good for it. Oh yeah, I forgot the Saudis, and I think certain politicians in our government now have a stake in EA, which is really cursed. Oh, the art can only be submitted through Twitter. That's weirdly specific. Why Twitter? You do it for Vic 3. What do you mean Vic 3? Are you about to play Vic 3? I've not played Vic 3 in quite some time. I wanted to play it after I came back. I don't know why my nose is something. 93% of EA. Oh god. Well, I guess we'll see where this goes, but in an ideal world, they'll probably just be like, just let them keep going if they have like a 93% stake. Just maybe they want to just farm EA, let EA keep farming money, and maybe not change a lot of stuff. I know people were very concerned that EA's new ownership might start cutting back on a lot of the LGBT themes, right? Because I know that's a huge portion of the Sims fan base. And it's going to be kind of curious to see where that pans out. Total amount of donation. I would never use a regular webcam for streaming. It's always model. That's what a VTuber is. I'm not going to be streaming without the model. That's just how I operate. Sorry. Actually, speaking of VTubers, I saw this really funny clip the other day. So there's this really interesting 3D trackers that I saw. I saw this clip of this VTuber who was using her, I guess she was hosting like a 3D live stream, and it was really funny because she has like these full body trackers, and apparently she didn't realize it would track her to the bathroom, because she went to the bathroom and you can see the trackers are following her to the toilet. You can literally see her like sitting down, lifting the toilet seat up and everything. It's so cursed, but it's so funny. Oh my god. I actually looked up the trackers that she's using, and this entire tracker kit was like $200. It's like so cheap. I'm like, I should buy these trackers. They're so good. Oh yeah, don't you know? I respond to both of them. SVO, I know. It's a little confusing probably. It's so funny. I think the funnier part is that you can see that she doesn't even bother washing her hands. She just immediately like runs straight back to the stream. It's so funny. No, that tracking is so good. Like, I can't believe that worked. I want to buy those trackers. It's like $200. Like that's like a day's worth of wages. It's not the end of the world. I'm actually considering it. Oh, that's so peak. That's so funny. Maybe if I had a 3D model. One day I'd like to do a 3D stream, but I don't know. Oh, I completely forgot, by the way, but I will be hoping to do the bloody, what's it called? The Christmas album sometime this month, because certain things have happened which will make hopefully the quality of said Christmas album be a little bit better if I can learn how to use the equipment correctly in a good way. Need a drink. It was about 200 USD last time I checked. It was surprisingly cheap. When that's half. So what do you focus on? Final Fantasy 14? Is that what you're up to? Okay, I do need to use the restroom because I've been like doing this for God knows how long. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I messed with it a little bit, yes. So, the biggest reason why I've never done, or I haven't done a cooking stream in quite a while is that it's just, I don't know how to describe it. It's very logistically difficult to do so where I currently am. I would like to do it one day, and there's a lot of things that I'd like to cook and show you all, and then I would eat and be a glutton on stream, and no one would be able to stop me. But it's just not feasible for me to do it. It's not so much I don't have the equipment as it's I don't have the setup or space where I would not be uninterrupted for an extended period of time in order to prepare the dish, right? That's really like the biggest issue and why I haven't done such a thing yet. It'd be really fun to, whether it's grilling something like making yakitori or doing something more complex like making a Chicago deep dish pizza, which I did do on stream a long time ago when I was a Flesh streamer. It's out there. Actually, no, I don't think so. I think the VOD's actually deleted a long time ago. I don't even know if I have the VOD still. It's like, it was like back in 2018, I think, when I tried doing that. So it's a very long time ago, so you're not gonna find it. But there was a time when I was trying to do stuff like that because I thought it was fun. I was hoping that I could become like a cooking content creator, and that never ended up happening. I ended up becoming a VTuber instead who makes stuff like this. Instead, the ancient times of 2018. 2018 is basically ancient times. Like, I know you're joking, but you have to remember 2018 is, well, as of this year, that is essentially what's that's like 8 years ago. God. Where's my food review channel? God. Okay, so here's the thing. The other reason I haven't done that either is because I think for me, I need to find like that fine line between streaming and then actually making edited content. That's the reason why I haven't done a lot of that stuff, because I think making a food content focused channel or food and travel, which I would like to do a food and travel type of thing, but I don't know what people would want. I think that type of stuff, I think people nowadays, the trend is people want shorts, like a shorts video of like the food or whatever, and then maybe an occasional long form video for like a compilation of travel type stuff. And I could do that type of thing. Like, one thing I wanted to do was like, what if I do a channel where it would be a separate channel than the normal YouTube channel, and it would literally just be focused on like food and stuff like that. And it's just, I go visit every ramen shop that I can get into and just make a review, because I am so painfully critical about ramen shops, because I love my noodles, and there's a lot of places in the US that are just, they have really high reviews, but then you taste it and it's like, this just tastes like every other tonkotsu that I've ever had, and nothing makes it special. Like, it's legitimately a complaint that I have with noodle joints in the US, and it's like, it sucks. Speaking of food places, like, me and Ray actually went to a place the other day where we actually left like a negative review. Well, I haven't left my review yet, but Ray left a review, and it was like, I have never been to a cafe before where the call button, like, every table had this call button where you can call the service staff, and I'm gonna complain about this place because it was just ridiculous. It took, I kid you not, like 20 minutes for the staff to come around. Even if you pressed it multiple times, they just took forever to show up. And then not only that, but we ordered literally just like a coffee. No, it was like, okay, I ordered a slice of cake. It was like 2 desserts, basically, just 2 desserts. And it took them 30 minutes to bring it out to us. It was an affogato in a slice of tiramisu. There is no reason why that should have taken 30 minutes to show up. Actually ridiculous. Speaking of food, you had a weird wholesome fantasy the other day. Friends were saying that like coming a bit of ways, every sort of can showing them RG food like Milanese sandwiches focused on Neapolitan pizza. Is Neapolitan pizza an Argentinian thing? I thought it was just like a normal thing that you can find at most places nowadays. Solar flare, that's fine, we'll survive. So anyways, yeah, I was just complaining because like this, there's no reason why this should have taken this long to get our bloody food. And we just stayed because like we already had been waiting for a while. We're like, all right, let's just see how long it takes to get our food. And it took 25 to 30 minutes. I think I don't remember if we timed it or not, but it was awful. We had the food and it was so small too. Like, if you get an affogato, so if you don't know what an affogato is you take ice cream and you get a small, like a very small, like a shot glass size container of hot espresso. You're supposed to just pour that espresso over your ice cream, and maybe there's like a couple like cookies or biscuits with it. They gave like 1 super tiny scoop of ice cream for Ray. And then for me, they gave me like this big slice of tiramisu, which was like way more than I really wanted. And it was like, it still ended up being like almost like $20. And I was like, this was not worth it. 30 minutes of service after they serve you coffee. Yeah, sometimes you just have to leave. And honestly, we probably should have just left. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm a little too nice. And I only left like a, I don't know, like a 10% tip, but I really should have just left as no tip. Actually, no, I think I did actually just skip the tip. I think I actually just gave no tip on that because it was ridiculous. I was like, absolutely not. You're not getting a tip from me. I don't care. Like, if the service is going to be this bad and this slow, I will be like this. I'm sorry. The joy of eating out is that you will run into situations like that and you just have to figure out how you're going to survive this. I don't know how to, oh my gosh. Zeoposer is a walking disaster. No eye, no arm. I don't have a way to get, I think if we get the machining table, we might be able to get another arm, but we don't have any steel. Because the only person can mine is Zeoposer, who, if you forgot, is missing limbs. So, yeah. Did I fix up Ray? What do you mean? Well, Ray's over here dying. It's gonna take a little bit of time for her to come back to us for another 4 days. I think this run's basically just dead. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do for this run at this point. It's just a waiting game of just, can we survive? Because Garm's comatose. The fact that Skypion is even alive, despite the fact that only having one peg leg. Oh my gosh, that's so bad. We gotta give you another peg leg. All right. And we don't have any medicine. We can't mine anything. All right, time for a run. You start mining things. I don't have a choice. I need the materials. So, anyways, Canada. Oh, I will say we did go to this one place. Let's see if I can find photos of it. But it was really good. We went to a nice restaurant that had all-you-can-eat Wagyu beef, like a yakiniku place, and it was amazing. I already showed the stuff. Oh, and then we went to like some izakaya that happened to serve oysters and grilled squid. And let me just show these photos. I think you'll understand in a second. Oh, so wow, I took these photos in like, okay, these aren't 5K, or these aren't 40K, or what's 50? Okay, let's download these real quick. Real quick food photos. We went to an izakaya after like doing karaoke. It was delicious. Look at this beautiful garlic grilled squid. It was very, very yummy. I loved it. Tasty. Yum. And then my friends, for some reason, also ordered this thing. Which, if you don't know what this is grilled mentaiko. Don't know what mentaiko is. It's fish eggs. It's basically like a fish egg sack. Have a good night, SPO. Have a good rest. I don't think I'm going to be talking about dragon romantasy in the future because I think everyone hates it. I do not like mentaiko at all. I really, really dislike mentaiko. So they ate it. I looked at it and I'm like, I'm good, fam. I am not touching this. Yeah, fish stickles is a very good way to describe it. I'm trying to see if I have any other cool images. Unfortunately, a lot of my photos are of Ray, which I'm not going to post. And then, yeah, we saw the Nutcracker and a museum full of stuff, and we had sushi. And that was essentially all the cool things that we did. Also, yeah, actually, that's it for now. So, good times. I would love to go to Toronto again if it didn't cost an arm and a leg, because I'm pretty sure I burned through like $3,000 in like one weekend. Yeah, it was basically like my quote-unquote annual vacation. You know, aside from the wedding, we didn't have like a big trip. So next year we're going to Japan. So basically all my money from here to then, this year, actually we're in 2026 now, is going to be saved for that trip. And I will actually be literally disappearing for almost two full weeks, almost 2.5 weeks. Which I'm sure will sadden many of you. Or many of you will just not care and just be like, who are you again? And that'll be very tragic. But we'll see how it pans out. I think I'm very excited to return back to the Weeb Kingdom land, and I don't know. There's a couple things that I want to do that I didn't get a chance to do last time, like driving around. I want to drive like on the Rainbow Bridge and all that stuff, and through the mountains. I want to drive through the mountains. I want to drift. If I had a racing wheel, I would do a racing stream. I'm old. It's okay. I understand. Age catches up with us all at some point eventually. Let me drink my water real quick. Oh my goodness. I cannot get these people to be happy. Like, they are just perpetually sad because someone is always on the verge of dying. Oh my goodness, I forgot Ray's got that kidney that's like breaking apart. Oh my goodness. Alright, I can't even get... okay, so you don't have an arm. Can I forge a metal arm? We can. The problem is our primary crafter, Ray, is in a coma and will not be able to do anything for some time. And we have not gotten a Man in Black event in some time either. 29 in a week. Ah, welcome. Oh wait, I forgot the food picture still on the vertical Twitch side. Whoopsies, sorry about that. Hey, you know, I turned 31 this year. I'm turning old. Oh my goodness. I can't believe I've been streaming since I was like in my mid-20s and now I'm 31. Where has the time gone? Where did I go wrong in life that this is where I'm at, where I become a VTuber? Oh. Truly one of the time options. Honestly, I don't want to do this run anymore. I want to see this run through, but oh my gosh, this run is just... There's nothing exciting in this run. It's just pain and suffering. Like every 5 seconds, it's like something's just like trying to kill us. Should we just start Necrograd next week, or should I still do one more week of this colony? Like, I don't want to do a run where I'm not having fun, and I think this is one of those runs where I think the fun has kind of ended. You think we should just do Necrograd in space next week? It was interesting starting from the like lowest tier. Oh yeah, look, our animals are already returning to the wild because we can't even train them. We just straight up don't have the time to train these creatures. We can't even make beer. We have a spare eyeball, but we don't have any medicine either because the person who could make the medicine is Ray, and she's on the verge of dying, which means I need to have, or basically Arani's gonna have to essentially carry the colony for the time being. But Arani's having a mental break. Zephyros is the only one who can do anything. But he's also like super busy and not having a fun time, especially because he's missing an arm. So his work speed is basically just destroyed. His movement is non-existent. Yeah, that's rough. My age is in demand. I don't want to be in demand because I'm already taken. So, you know, saving money for solo trip is gonna take 2 years. I believe in you. Save money where you can and go explore the mythical realm of Japan. Also, what should I stream tomorrow? I know I posted the schedule, but the schedule basically just says TBD on all sides because I legitimately have no idea what to stream. Kind of looking at what games I own, what might be fun. No, I don't think I'm gonna do Wild Frost. Oh, we could do Minecraft. We haven't done Minecraft in a while. The thing with Minecraft is I need to make some progress on off stream. I just haven't had a chance to do so because I've been a little busy with other things, and that's the reason why I haven't done it. So, trying to look and see what might be fun. Obviously, something like Long Dark or Town to City might be fun. Town to City might be a kind of nice, relaxing game to try out, right? If you don't know what Town to City is, it's like a nice little Mediterranean city builder, very cozy, very pixely. I'm not very good at those types of games because I like the more gritty-based games instead of the more decoration-centric ones, but we'll see. Oh my gosh. Oh, we could do a leadership speech. Okay, so people are starting to be alive. Okay, so we need a new... Okay, so we need someone to take a new role. So I'm going to have Zeoposer get the role of the Abbot, the moral guide. So we need someone to do it. So Zeoposer is going to be the one to take it. Now, this ritual will immediately fail if any of these people fail to participate in the rest of the ceremony. So we'll see how this pans out. Please do not have a mental breakdown. Just long enough. Please. Perfect. Okay, so that should at least mitigate some of the mental break. The other problem is that we don't have access to... Yeah, we have sky-high expectations. Not to mention all the colonists lost, imprisoned, serious pain, tattered apparel, darkness. There's no light anywhere. Yeah. We can't even build our solar generator because we don't have any, well, components. And I need components. And the only person who can mine is Zeoposer, but Zeoposer's missing an arm. It just never ends. All right, we're going to have Arani just dig this out real quick. X4. I don't think I'll play X4. If I wanted to play a strategy game on stream, probably just play Hoi 4, honestly. There's a couple mods that have come out with some updates that I've been kind of wanting to try out at some point. And I think it'd be kind of fun to give those a shot. So we'll have to see. Philippine turtle. What do you mean the no, Philippine turtle is pretty boring. I played it. I did like Fortress Philippines run, and it's not terribly exciting. That's the kind of biggest issue with it. Hag and White? What's Hag and White? Oh, the Fire Emblem run. Oh my gosh, yeah, I forgot about Fire Emblem. We have not done Fire Emblem in quite some time. Yeah, I mostly just enjoy playing Fire Emblem on my personal time right now rather than streaming Fire Emblem stuff. I've been meaning to download more mods or like ROM hacks and downloading into my personal gaming Miu device thing so I can play them in bed, but I haven't had a chance to do that yet. And obviously I could do a PME, but good lord, we've just done a bajillion PMEs. I don't really want to touch another PME for quite some time. Unless people won't really want to do the PME, we could just do the PME and just like try to force it and see how it pans out. But I don't know. I don't think I want to do FE8 again. We could do. I don't know. Maybe we do a Fire Emblem PME. 3 houses. Can you do a 3 houses PME? 3 houses PME. Can you actually do that? Is that a thing? How do you actually, hold on. Okay, so you can actually now. You can even indicate, you can even choose the 5, you can even choose the magic that a character has access to. Huh. God. That's actually kind of tempting. Yeah. All right, well, I'll think about that. That does sound somewhat cursed, doing a 3 houses PME. Mostly because 3 houses is such a very weird Fire Emblem game. But, I don't know, some of the other Fire Emblem games are just like, at least it's not Fates. God, I hated... I did a Fates randomized run a long time ago. I don't know if there's any clips of it still, but let's just say I was using a really bad Southern Belle accent for one of the characters, and it was really bad. There's a reason why I don't do accents very much on stream anymore, because people yell at me when I make a bad accent. Oh, God. So we'll see. There's a lot of choices. I'll have to just kind of see what's fun. Obviously, I can't do shooter games because people go crazy about that type of thing. Oh my goodness, another tantrum. Alright, Infidave's having a mental breakdown. Good luck breaking down the castle walls, buddy. If you can manage to pull it off, I will be actually surprised. Okay. If we can just get this solar generator built, I think we'd be in a good position, but it's just so hard to get that thing slammed out when we don't have steel. Alright, Zeoposer, I need you to dig this out and dig this out. Then we have Ronnie dig this one out and this one out. And then we need to find steel somewhere. Thankfully, there's a bunch over here. Thank you for your meteor contributions. My entire colony is just meteors. How do you feel about that? Oh, why is it a cold snap? Alright, I'll have to find a way to deal with the cold snap. Okay, someone needs rescuing. If we're willing to help them out, they're willing to give us some honor and some shuttle loot. That's fine. The cataphracts might maybe sacrifice. Yeah, sure, why not? Give it to... Oh, I can't accept it for Ray because Ray is dead. Ronnie can have it then. All right, let's get Arani some stuff. Let's just protect these three. I think these three can protect themselves, probably, right? Yeah, I think they'll be fine. We'll just see what they're fighting, and I think they'll be okay. Okay, slowly but surely we'll survive. We can't even get someone to research gunsmithing, because every time someone tries, they just start exploding. You can see if those are moving these things on the generator. Maybe we can get that slammed out. And then we'll need to find a way to get the steel, which is going to be the bigger problem, because I don't know where the steel is. Where is the steel? Or have we not any? Okay. Thracia 776 PME is a little rough, mostly because it's been such a long time since I played that specific Fire Emblem that I probably do not remember most of the mechanics. I remember that's the one that had like weird capture mechanics, right? Okay, I can't control this guy. Oh, the person we're supposed to protect immediately went down because he got stabbed in the leg. Oh my god. So the thing is with egg locks, I have to spend time to get the egg lock prepared, which isn't too bad. I could just be like, hey, I need someone to do it. And I think if I asked Ray to do it, she'd probably help out with that. Okay, so obviously I don't want these guys to die. I don't want to make enemies with them for their armor either, which would be very, very tempting. Maybe we should have been true cavemen, and if we encountered any of these people, we would just immediately like beam them over the head for their gear. They can't stop us. Oh god knows. Okay, so we gotta put the other guy. Where'd he go? Oh, he's just gonna walk over there while bleeding. All right, buddy, you can do it. I believe in you, Licinius. You can do it. Hobble over there with that giant stab in your, that arrow sticking out of your leg, buddy. You can do it. All right, he's gonna survive. That's fine. A lot of egg locks. Okay, we'll think about it. I think we gotta do the Fire Emblem PME first. That's that one I know people have been waiting for over a year. I don't know if anyone still remembers. Like, if I did that, would people suddenly come back who were like a part of that thing, or would people never come back and it's like they'd forgotten about it? Total War is also really tempting too, but I actually uninstalled Total War because it was eating up so much space on my hard drive and I needed the space for other games instead. So I may need to buy another SSD at some point in the near future because I have a lot of games and they are very, very space hungry. And I don't think I want to do any movie-esque games, so we're not going to be doing Detroit Become Human type games. There was a really funny one that I watched my friend play the other day, and I had never seen this concept before, but it's called Road to Empress. And apparently it's like Detroit Become Human, where it's like you have to make choices in the game, and then it'll kind of lead you down like a story-based path, and there's like a few QuickTime events. But it's all like, instead of like 3D CG, it's all like acted, like real actors acting out the different scenes, and they filmed it. It's actually very interesting to behold, and I actually was very impressed with the quality of it all. The unfortunate thing is I don't know anything about like C-drama and like that whole emperor, empress, concubine, harem shenanigans. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry that I keep sniffling. I don't know what's happening. Not fun solo? No. Helldivers is a game that's best played with friends. I played a lot of Helldivers solo, but it does get kind of boring after a while, and I actually haven't played Helldivers in quite some time. Did we not? What? Wait, why can't... Is there someone that isn't on that ship that's supposed to be on the ship? Oh, I'm missing someone. Theonosis. Ooh. Who am I missing? Oh, okay, never mind. We did it. Okay, cool. Okay, the quest is completed, but I don't know who we couldn't rescue. They were looking for someone. That's weird. I couldn't find out who that is. Fifth night, you found high levels grinding currency. That's what tends to happen in like the lower levels, but that's just kind of how it is. You'll survive. Just have fun, find some friends to play with, and just go explore and go commit war crimes, and you'll have a grand old time. And you actually... Wait. Why did Ray turn evil? Huh? Wait, why did Ray suddenly flip evil? I don't get it. What in the world? That's weird. Oh, I know what happened. Okay. So I think what happened is when she got captured by the people that attacked us, she technically would have flipped to the other side, and I guess it was a very delayed flip. So because we just kind of teleported her back in here, I'm just gonna flip her back. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think this run is just... There's not, like, it's just... We're not able to progress anymore because it's just perpetually trying to put out fires left, right, and center. And obviously this defense is not very perfect. There's a reason why circle fortresses don't work very too well. Star fortresses are way better. And I didn't funnel them into, like, a kill zone, which I probably should have. But I try not to do that in most of my runs because it's kind of boring. But maybe in the future I will. Yeah. Alright, so let's see. Alright, have a good night, Kahila. Have a good rest. I think what I'll do is I'll think about over the week if I want to continue this run. The problem is that every time we try to get new pawns, something bad happens. They die, and we can't recruit them because recruiting takes literally an eternity to do. I don't know if I want to continue this run. Honestly, I'm getting bored of this run, but I don't know. We'll see. I also don't like leaving runs kind of like unfinished in a sense, but I think it'd just be better to play a run that I'm having fun with, right? And if we do Necrograd, I need to come up with a victory condition. So we'll have to see what that might be. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, because like we've been trying to get electricity for the past like 2 quadrums, and I have just been unable to build this solar generator. It's just impossible to build it out because there's always something that's breaking down and making it impossible to actually get the materials that we need. Like we have no steel, so we got to get steel. All of our miners got captured. Like we're down to 6 pawns here. It's a little rough. What do you think? Should I put it to a vote? Should I put it to a poll? Do we continue this run or do we give up on this run? Let's see. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. We'll put it to a poll on Discord, I think. Alright. What time is it? I do have some stuff I need to do ahead of, like, right now, unfortunately. I'm a little behind on certain things that I have to get done, so I will be ending stream a little early today. I know I just got back into streaming after a long holiday, but I must go do other things for a little bit. I apologize greatly, comrades. Let's go raid Interest, who's also playing some Rimworld. So I will be back tomorrow with some game that I have yet to decide. Interest is playing Rimworld also. We'll see how that pans out. This may or may not be the finale. I know if you're watching this on YouTube as a mod or something, you're hoping this continues. Yeah, we'll see. I'm not having fun with this run anymore. I think this run's just kind of a gigantic nightmare, and it's been like non-stop pain and suffering, so we'll see. But probably gonna drop it, and maybe if we don't do Necrograd next week, we'll do Necrograd in 2 weeks, and we'll do like maybe a special one-off ice sheet special, like ice sheet shenanigans special one-off stream, right? Maybe that could be fun too, without the dinosaurs. Anyways, comrades, have a good rest of your evening. Thank you for joining me on the return back to stream after 2-week vacation and from the holidays. I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas or whatever you celebrate, New Year's, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever. I'll be back tomorrow. All right, I must look at spreadsheets for like the next 3 hours. Good night, everyone. Thanks for joining. Bye bye.